And we are excited to bring you all the action. The Northwest Crossroads Conference opener between these two ball clubs. Guys, great to see you both. We've got a gorgeous mid-September night, and we've got some good football coming up, Hobart and Lowell.
Yeah, we sure do, right? Gorgeous night for some football here. And as you said, I got our top 10 over here. We got to pass heavy on Hobart, run heavy on Lowell. It's going to be an exciting night on both sides of the ball. See what these defenses can do.
Yeah, what an exciting matchup between Hobart, Lowell. Anytime these two teams get together, it's a slugfest, it's a fight. It doesn't matter who's on the field, who's not on the field. These guys get hyped up for this game. It's parents' night here at Lowell. They're honoring their seniors tonight, so they're going to be extra amped up. So we're in for a heavyweight fight tonight.
These two, along with Andrean, always seem to come in as the favorites in the NCC. Last year it played out as the three of them ended up tying for a Trico championship in the NCC. Hobart beat Lowell during the regular season. Lowell on the last game of the season had beat Andrean, and in between there, Andrean had beat Hobart. That's how that all ended up at 4-1. Lowell got revenge, though, when they got to the sectional championship last season, knocking Hobart off big over at their place. So Hobart's looking to get some measure of revenge, and this is not likely the first and only time that these two will play this year, as history shows us.
Yeah, it's been a weird kind of ironic part of the Lowell-Hobart matchup is whoever gets the better of them in the regular season ends up on the shorter end come postseason. And Hobart took care of business against Lowell in the regular season and then came and got shut out here in the sectional game. It was the field conditions were a little muddy, favored the run-heavy Lowell Red Devils, and they took care of business.
I want to talk about those field conditions for just a second. All right. Looking back and preparing for tonight, Mike Zajac last week with Jay Simmons and Doug Nelson, they were over at Griffith doing the Lowell-Griffith game. And all they kept talking about was, this is really terrible. It's all artificial turf now. I like the natural grass stuff. I don't want to play on all that. Well, to you three gentlemen, natural grass tonight. How about that, old-fashioned football? Not many fields left in Northwest Indiana with natural grass. The field looks in outstanding shape.
Yeah, it sure does. I mean, you talk about the grass, right? You talk about advantages, right? When you talk about teams that are coming in that are quick, throwing the ball, right? When you are playing on an artificial turf compared to grass, right, that really plays to Lowell's advantage, right? I mean, I'm surprised it's this short right now, to be honest with you guys.
It started raining in the early part of the week, and if you're a Bricky fan, you're like, oh, no, you're pumping the brakes. But the field looks great, and I don't know if sports fans have been, or at least in our region, have been paying as much attention to the grass as what's going on at Soldier Field.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's talking about the grass, and so a lot more people are paying attention to it and in tune with it. But it looks excellent tonight, so kudos to the groundskeepers for the Lowell Red Devils.
They did a great job there.
Lowell and Hobart both come in with marks of 2-2. Lowell started the year with a shutout loss at Crown Point. They then won at LaPorte in week number 2. Lost to New Prairie here in week number 3, and last week had a victory over at Griffith. For Hobart, they began the year with losses at Chesterton and against Maryville. Before victories over Griffith, they shut out the Panthers, and last week winning on the road at Culver Academy. One thing I want to notice about both of those schedules is with the design of the sectionals. For New Prairie and Culver Academy, they are now going to be in this sectional with Hobart and Lowell and Highlands and West Sides and Chicago and those schools that are in there. Those were good regular season matchups for these two teams to play. One, they can share film. In each one's case, they got a chance to see the team in person and get some idea of what it is they can do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I always talk about this with Lowell. We constantly see it, right? They always have a tough schedule kind of in the beginning. They start finding out who they really are midseason. And they're one of those teams, when you get them on the second half of your schedule, they're ready to come and, they're prepared to play. And that's what you're starting to see here, right? They're starting to hit that mid-schedule, starting to pick up a couple wins here, had a couple, in the beginning that were tough. They're going to come out, ready to play. They're finally starting to find out who they are, find that true identity for them.
Yeah, the Lowell Red Devils, they're a team that their style of offense and style of defense is very conducive to playing in late October, early November. They're grinding out on the ground in Northwest Indiana where the weather is who knows what it's going to be. So they play a good style of football, and they're a hard-nosed team. There's one thing with the Lowell Red Devils is you're going to get 100% effort every time they take the field. So it favors them down the stretch when some teams are nicked up and banged up. They're just tough, and they're playing tough.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you flip it over to the Hobart Brickies side. You got Noah over there can sling it across the field, right? You're running 5 wide receivers, and he gets his choice who to pick, right? So they can start off extremely, extremely fast, especially when you got play like that coming from the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Noah, he's an elite. He can make all the good throws. He can make every throw. If you could just protect him, he can make those throws. He could thread the needle. I mean, he threw an absolute dime on 3rd and long last week for a big 3rd down conversion. I mean, he could do a lot of things. He's a magical sophomore. I see a lot of Ben Roethlisberger in him where he's extending plays. He's moving around in the pocket, breaking tackles, and finding receivers down the field open. The receiving core for Hobart is young. They're starting to gain experience as every week goes on, so they're starting to get that timing down and understanding the speed of a varsity football game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, mid-season game, couldn't ask for more.
We talked a little bit about this being the start of the NCC conference season. This is the final year the conference will look as it is right now, because next year Hanover Central will join the NCC, and there will be an additional conference game, and that'll change things up a little bit with the scheduling. But I mentioned that you usually look at it, you talk Andre and you talk Lowell, you talk Hobart at the top. But Kankakee Valley and Munster are putting together some good seasons through 4 weeks at 3-1. So maybe this will have a little different look and feel as these last 5 weeks play out.
Yeah, absolutely. It reminds me almost like the LAC Black back in the day. It was every team competed, and when you came out of that conference, you knew how well you played all year. So this is what the NCC is really turning into, right? We've had some down years previously, but now all of these programs are really starting to get it together. It's going to be exciting to watch the rest of the season who comes out on top.
We're starting to see a lot of these programs starting to get it done at the youth level and working its way up. So it's usually a good indication when the numbers are high at the youth level and you're starting to get buy-in from the community. You start to see that on the varsity field, and all these members of the NCC they have that buy-in at the younger level. So we're starting to see that transpire into good football when they hit the varsity field.
We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about both of these ball clubs. We're going to take a look at the keys to tonight's matchup, and we're going to have some fun out here at the Inferno this evening. We'll be back after this, and you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know? Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait. Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week.
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til, now you know.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Centier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Centier branch today or visit us on the web at centier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Centier Bank, NMLS number 408076, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Ethos Dental Group in Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake.
Thank you for taking me home. It's so far.
Don't worry about it, Grandma. This will be fun. 2 chocolate milkshakes, please.
Make it 3.
3?
Did you get his number?
Oh, Grandma. Grandma!
Excuse me?
Some relationships get better with time. That's why I got a Crosstrek.
97% of Subaru vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road.
I'm so glad you got a Subaru.
I wonder who gave me the idea. Oh.
Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Check out the new Subarus at Castle Subaru in Portage.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Hobart and Lowell from the Inferno here at Lowell High School. I'm Jerry Siska. With me, Josh Huddleston and Doug Aschenbaugh. On production tonight out here, Zach Miller, and up on the roof of the press box bringing you all the pictures, Scott Stessel on the camera. That's your RSN crew here in Lowell to bring you this one tonight. So, gentlemen, let's take a look at the both of these ball clubs, 2-2, as I mentioned, coming in, Northwest Crossroads Conference opener. Start by taking a look at the Hobart Brickies.
Yeah, Hobart is in a weird spot. They start out the schedule 2 heavy Duneland schools, Chesterton, Maryville. They played Griffith and then Culver. They started to fire on all cylinders a little bit against Culver. The question mark coming into the season was, what is their defense going to look like? How are they going to be under the new defensive coordinator, Coach Eric Schreiber? The defense has come to play, holding Maryville to 17 points. It's been the offense that's been the question mark. They haven't been able to establish any consistency. At this time last year, they were over 130 points. This time they're at about 80 points, so a massive drop-off in production on offense. They haven't been able to protect Noah the way that they planned. They're doing a little different. Hurry up, 5 wide. So the Hobart Brickies are looking – this is going to be the big test tonight, is are they able to move the ball against the Lowell Red Devils defense?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's the big thing. You know, you talk about the Lowell Red Devils defense. They started out with Crown Point, right? And that was a very, very tough game for them. But I think what they did was they were able to learn from that, right? That was a learning experience for that defense. You know, first game of the season, you're coming out, you're trying to find out all them summer jitters and all that good stuff, and you finally get them out, and now you're starting to see them starting to pick it up, right? Put a couple wins next to each other there. You start getting the dubs in the win column there, and you're starting to roll, and that's going to be key. Can they man up those receivers, right? That's going to be key for them, obviously, tonight. Flip it over, you talk about, you know, the Lowell Red Devils offense, right? Malachi James, very first game, starting tailback is out. You know, he goes down there. Big aspirations for him this season. But you got Elijah Anderson and Owen Thiel that have really stepped up, and you're starting to see that ground game come alive a little bit, right? When you get tossed in, hey, you're the backup, you're coming in the summer and you're the backup, and all of a sudden, boom, you got to jump. That next man up mentality, and now that Lowell Red Devil, that run-heavy offense, right? Power, smash mouth, in your face. That's what you're starting to see. They're starting to find that identity. You're starting to see that running game start to pick back up. Mid-season form, we talked about it earlier with Lowell, right? This is when you start seeing things some roll. So can that Hobart Brickies defense put a stop to that run?
Yeah, the Hobart Bricky defense in the early part of the season was a little suspect against the run. They've started to step it up of late. They've had a lot of success stopping the run recently. They're going to get a true test tonight to try to stop Riley Bank and company. They got a big Noah Miller, their defensive end. He's an absolute stud, probably one of my favorite players to watch on that Hobart Bricky defense. He's a load. He hustles. He chases guys down from behind. He stands his ground. He demands a double team. He's just an absolute stud out there, and just an absolute dog. So it's going to start with him up front. Can he be that wrecker in the backfield to slow down this Lowell Red Devil rushing attack? And he's got to be the guy that steps up tonight for the Hobart Brickies.
Before we take a look at the keys to tonight's game, let's first take a look at the Friday night forecast. That is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Look for partly cloudy skies early on this evening. We'll give way to cloudy skies overnight. The low will be about 62. The humidity, though, is going to be up at around 83%. And what we're looking at right at the moment is 73 degrees and winds out of the south at about 4 miles per hour. That's your game night forecast, brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. With a 24/7 emergency service, comfort isn't far away. All right, time for the keys to the game, and the keys for tonight's game are sponsored by Castle Subaru. Stop in and get your keys to a new Castle, a Castle Subaru, that is. So, guys, what are the keys for tonight's game? Either one of you, lead off.
The Hobart Brickies on offense tonight. We've just been informed that Trey Gibson will not be suiting up tonight for the Hobart Brickies. Their leading rusher, their all-state running back. He lines up at receiver. He lines up at running back. He will not be in uniform tonight. He will not be playing. So my keys to the game have drastically switched.
Yeah.
But now with that being said, it's going to fall on the young shoulders of sophomore quarterback Noah Ehrlich, and he's going to have to establish his dominance tonight. The key for the game tonight is to get Noah Ehrlich going often, early, and as many times as possible, and let him air that thing around and see what he can do.
Yeah, you switch it over to the Lowell side. I think I got two keys for them. First and foremost is establishing that run game. Can they win in the trenches, right? You talked about the big DN they got over there, right? Can you win up front and establish your run game early? Second part, you just talked about Noah slinging it, right? He's got to establish his dominance tonight. Can you man those receivers up, bring pressure, get Noah rolling out, get in his face? Can you bring that tonight, right? You got 5 wide, you got 5 man up, you got 6 bringing on 5. That's what Lowell's going to have to do, is really bring that pressure to slow down that Hobart Bricky offense.
And to piggyback off of that, the Griffith had success bringing 6 against Hobart. Hobart only kept 5 in the block, and Griffith was getting home. I think he was sacked about 7 or 8 times in that ball game. So if that's the case, they're going to have to protect Noah. They're going to have to bring a guy in and help and chip on the end, and hopefully he can stay upright in the pocket for the Brickies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's your keys to the game, sponsored by Castle Subaru. Stop in and get your keys to a new Castle. A Castle Subaru, that is. Check out the Castle inventory of new and used vehicles at castlesubaru.com. Castle Subaru, they're on Highway 6 in Portage, and they're on the web at castlesubaru.com. Don't forget, all evening long, you can follow all of tonight's region football scores live on the Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard. It's streaming on facebook.com/regionsports and regionsports.com. Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. As you can see on the video, the Lowell marching band now on the field playing the school song as the fans on this near side, west side of the field stand and applaud along with the school song. Pretty nice crowd on hand. I expect we're still going to see a few more people showing up just a little bit later yet, and I expect quite a nice crowd here tonight.
This is everything that you dream for in Hobart at high school. Hobart, Lowell, the battle on the gridiron, two teams with storied, rich traditions, and you can't ask for a better thing to do on a Friday night. Come out and support these two teams.
Absolutely, totally agree. Those stands are going to be packed here soon, just before you know. I think the concession stand might have them right now a little bit before the game starts, but you're going to see both sides packed up, ready to watch a good football game.
You got to get that popcorn and a soft drink at the very least, right, before you sit down and enjoy the game.
Right.
When I was walking up here, I saw a couple gentlemen, and I don't want to age anyone here, they're 50s or 60s with their jerseys on. The tradition is rich here at Lowell, and that just goes to show you that they love their Red Devils.
So Hobart and Lowell as we kick off the NCC here in 2022. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more. After this, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Are you a steel hauler? Come work for Area Transportation. You must have a current valid Class A commercial driver's license and at least 1 year of recent verifiable steel hauling experience and at least 2 years of recent verifiable interstate experience operating a commercial motor vehicle. Call recruiting at 1-855-400-6939. That's 1-855-400-6939.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond, proven under pressure. For over 113 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. Whether it's a simple, elaborate, traditional, or unique service, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. Visit them on the web at burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 942-1117. Hanger Insurance Group in Crown Point is passionate about providing a premier service insurance agency featuring customized coverage and meaningful relationships. They understand that you've built a life and they want to help you protect it. From home to life insurance, they offer a wide variety of coverage to fit your needs. From choosing a plan to filing claims, Hanger Insurance Group agents are ready to help. Stop in for a quote at 950 South Court Street in Crown Point or visit them online at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Protect what you love. For over 50 years, family-owned Bud Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bud Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at budinsagency.com.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Along with Josh Huddleston and Doug Ashenbaugh, I'm Jerry Siska. Both teams have returned to the field now as the pregame festivities are just about over with. Official waiting at the 50-yard line as we will go through the coin toss. Lowell in their traditional home blacks, trimmed in maroon and white. It's a little different look for the road for the Hobart Brickies over there, guys.
Yeah, they're not in the traditional white uniforms. They got the gold tops with the purple pants. As an alum, I'm unsure where I feel on that yet. We'll see how what the scoreboard says at the end of the game. Make any determinations on whether they play good in those or not.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies, they have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays until 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. The captains for both clubs now walking to the center of the field. Gives me a chance to tell you the officiating crew for tonight. Steve Jovanovic, Michael Kelso, Oscar Rios, Robert Schub, and Michael Spengler.
We are in for a heavyweight fight tonight. I'm excited. If you're a true football fan, this is what you bargained for. This is what you want.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, two Smash Mouth. We talk about the rich tradition. Got a bunch of Pop Warner kids that are even out here for Lowell tonight too, as well, coming out here to support. And man, I'm excited just to see what happens. Man, both mid-season, both finding their flows and rhythms. It's gonna be exciting.
You're a Pop Warner guy, right?
Yes,
I sure am. Lowell Pop Warner guy. When a baby's born in Lowell, is it born a running back and then they kind of change after that? Is that kind of the way it goes in Lowell?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, every team has about 30 running backs on the team, and then you got to find the spot that fits them the best.
I always feel like Lowell produces a running back every year. There's an outstanding running back for the Lowell Red Devils.
Yeah, no, there sure is. I mean, that's what it's about, and South Lake over here, we got a rich tradition when it comes to high school, middle school. Everybody is just so close-knit and tight. And we bleed football out here in Lowell, man.
Well, the Red Devils won the toss. They have deferred, so the Hobart Brickies will get the football. Hobart will go from left to right towards the south end zone here in this first quarter of this one. So right away, guys, with Trey Gibson not in the ball game, we're going to find out who Hobart is going to send back as one of the deep men to return this kick. Cody Johnston, usually back there as one of the two young men, and then we're going to find out who they're going to use in the backfield.
Yeah, it's going to be the big question mark tonight for the Hobart Brickies are they able to establish the run game? If they're just completely past, they become predictable, and Lowell can do a lot of different things on defense. So whoever that is, next man up mentality has got to be over there if you're the Hobart Brickies, and just being able to, you got to be able to run the ball tonight, or else it's going to be a long night for the Brickies.
Of course, Lowell probably prepared for Trey all week, right? And then hearing that right before pregame, they may have switched up their strategy a little bit to say, hey, they're probably going to show us something a little bit different out here. So those quick adjustments you're going to see probably on this first drive, right? Trying to figure out what they're going to run on offense, what we can establish on defense. And, not having Trey is a very, very key part to this game. And I bet you Lowell's a little excited to hear that a little bit. But their strategy is probably changed up. You're probably going to see those here in the first couple drives.
So I see back there 9, Nathan Quare, 2, Cody Johnston, and 18, Isaac Gordon. That's who's deep for Hobart to return this kick that will come from the foot of Caden Britton. And we are set to get underway here at Lowell High School. Sit back and enjoy this one. Here's the boot. At the 1 yard line, being brought up near side. Cut back, 20, 25, 40, 45, 50. Huge return by Cody Johnston, but we have a flag at the 46.
It almost possibly looked like he ripped down the face mask a little bit when he was running, so could even boost the field position on a great run back there.
I'll tell you what, on that opening kickoff, we saw region football right there. There was some hard-hitting pads were popping. We heard it all the way up here in the booth.
That'll be a 45-yard return for Cody Johnston, and the penalty is going against the Brickies.
Talk about a good kick, too. He kicked to the 1 yard line. And just such an awesome return that you see, kind of that middle wedge still, but then he kicked it back over here to the Lowell sideline where they found a gap, and man, he sure hit. He got some speed back there.
There is the term out-kicking your coverage sometimes where,
yeah.
They're not the kickoff team isn't in unison running down the field. So
the 10-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 35, and that's where Hobart will begin. 1st and 10. Noah Ehrlich brings his team on the field. Willie Scher will start in the backfield for the Brickies. Here on the near side at the wide receiver position, Connor Stafford. And we'll get to some of these other starters after this first play. Shotgun for Ehrlich. And he's going to hand it off to Scher on this first play. Scher's going to pick up a couple. Being dropped right there by number 55 for the Red Devils.
Willie Shear is a track star. He's a fast guy. He runs the 100. So if they're able to get him in the wide open space, he could be off to the races. So Lowell's got to be able to contain him.
2 yards on the pickup, 2nd and 8. Ehrlich wants to throw, going to fire. Catch made on the far side, Johnston, but he can't. Spinning, trying to slip away from the tackles. Did a couple of times to get another yard or so.
Yeah, what you're seeing there is just some man coverage, and they realized that. It was kind of a short curl route, get that ball out of Noah's hands fast, like you talked about earlier in the game. Quick 3-step drop, hit him as he's breaking. Hey, one-on-one versus corners, what you're probably going to be looking for all night.
Yeah, the first and second down, they had no safeties. So they're going to challenge. They're loading the box up with 8, and they're saying, hey, we're going to make you throw.
3rd down, 3rd and 4 for the Brickies on this first drive of the game. Handoff right up the middle will be first down, yardage and more. 40, 35. It's Shear at the 10, 5, and touchdown.
Wow, you talk about that speed you just talked about. Wow, man, they pulled that guard on the left side, coming to the right, just a straight kind of power, quick trap play. And you talk about that speed of Willie Shear. He just showcased it.
Yeah, absolutely. He just went straight up the middle, and they call him Willie the Jet Shear for a reason. And he was taken off there. If he had wings, he would have went through the goalpost. So if you're the Hobart Brickies, you can't ask for a better start.
You sure can't. You sure can't at all. 3 plays and you score.
And they load the box. You had 8 guys in the box and still able to hit it home. So
yeah, and that's where you saw Hobart probably said, hey, there's no safeties out there. Let's hit the gut.
Ryan Pimentel on the kick. Johnston on the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. 59-yard touchdown run by Willie Shear puts Hobart up 7-0, 10:29 remaining in the first quarter. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Cagney's in Hobart offers a fun atmosphere to watch a game on one of its many big screen TVs. While there, fans can enjoy selections from a full menu of comfort foods, including nachos, sandwiches, and more. Planning on staying late? No problem. The kitchen at Cagney's is open from 11 a.m. till midnight, and Cagney's offers daily food specials every day of the week. Cagney's is located at 236 Main Street in Hobart, and they can always be found on Facebook. Cagney's, a proud sponsor of the Brickies.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, along with Josh Huddleston and Doug Aschenbaugh. I'm Jerry Siska. Well, I didn't take long for a little bit of fireworks in this one, guys.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the big question mark was what without Trey Gibson, and Willie Shear just takes it straight up the middle, 59 yards for a touchdown, showcased his speed. And the confidence Hobart had on him, a 3rd and 5, and they turn around and hand the ball off to him. That's a lot of confidence in the young guys, a sophomore. They might be onto something there.
Yeah, sure are. And we were talking about a little bit no safeties in the middle, right? I bet you when Lowell comes out on defense again, they're going to put it over there. And that's what you have to do, those adjustments, those playing the games. Now they're bringing safety, hit the pass. They don't want anybody in the middle. We're going to continue to keep running up the gut so you can stop it. So, man, those Jets, though, man.
Here's the kick. Deep. Sanchez takes it at the 5. 10, 15, 20. And he'll be brought down around the 27-yard line, and that's where Lowell will begin. 1st and 10 with 10:24 remaining in this first quarter. Stay with us after the game when we'll name the proud Union home play of the game. It's presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters.
You talk about that region football again, right? Then hard hitting, smashing, both kickoffs. Man, it was hard hits. That was a hard tackle there. They're flying down the field. These guys are excited to play tonight.
The football actually rests on the 23-yard line. I got up 5 yards ahead of myself on that return. Here's Riley Bank at quarterback for the Red Devils. Hands it off. Gets out to about the 26-yard line, and that's Owen Thiel on the carry. Give him a pickup of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lowell coming out right, obviously with that run. They want to establish their run, just a simple kind of dive play there, right? What are they going to bring on the front? Are they crashing? Are they slanting, right? They're trying to see what Hobart's going to bring on D.
And they don't 0 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards. They'll consistently pound that play.
Yeah, absolutely.
2nd down, 2nd and 6 for the Red Devils. High snap brought in nice by Blank, and he's going to keep it. He's got running room. 50, 45, 40, 30. Brought down from behind at the 16-yard line.
And that's what Lowell loves to do is, right, they run that dive, and then what you see here is kind of just that read option play, right? Stretch it out with your running back now. If they bite, the middle's going to be wide open, as you see right here, running straight up the gut with a lot of room there.
51 yards on that carry for Riley Bank, and it is a first down for Lowell at the 16-yard line, the Hobart 16. And off this time, right up the gut, down to the 5-yard line.
Consistency, right? Josh, you just talked about consistency, right? They're going to continue to keep running that play. Those dive plays like that is exactly what opens up the rest of your playbook.
And every time that the announcer comes on and says, first down, Red Devils, the momentum, the crowd. This is an exciting atmosphere here at the Inferno.
That was Owen Thiel on the carry for 11. He gets the ball again. He's inside the 5, down near the 4-yard line.
If I had a bet money, I'd say they'd run that play one more time down here, huh?
I'll tell you, the Hobart defense, some of these young guys are kind of a little shell-shocked by the speed, the aggressiveness, the tenacity that Lowell brings every play, every run.
Now we got the RDP chant going on, right? They want their team to punch it in.
2 men in the backfield this time with Bank. High snap, Bank gets it, gives it to Thiel. He pushes forward, looks to be near the 1.
Just short of the goal line there. Again, it's just that now they put a fullback back there, kind of a lead block for that opposite side dive play there.
Yeah, it's hard to stop Lowell. It's really hard to stop him on the 1-yard line.
Very, very, very tough. Talk about both teams coming out, firing out, though.
Yeah, the Hobart was caught without a safety, and Riley Bank went right up the middle, so we'll see some adjustments on both sides.
Third. Banks got it, and he's in for the touchdown for the Red Devils.
Yeah, right. They just kind of went jumbo backfield there. He actually had 3 lead blockers on that play there. They knew, hey, man, we got to go about 6 inches. Let's get it in. Let's punch it in. You got 3 big guys back there, man. It's a pretty easy play to get in.
Officially, it'll be called a 1-yard touchdown run for Riley Bank and the Red Devils, just like that, within 1, with 7:58 remaining in this first quarter. Caden Britton on for the PAT now. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. We've only played 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Each team has struck with big plays, and we've got a 7-7 tie between Hobart and Lowell here at the Inferno. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Certified financial planner Tim O'Brien is your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why financial advisor Tim O'Brien is a proud supporter of Hobart football on the Region Sports Network. Call 219-947-8208 or stop by his office at 1455 South Lake Park Avenue across from St. Mary's Hospital for all your investment needs. Go Brickies! Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. 7-7 tie between Hobart and Lowell. Gentlemen, it's not the 4th of July, but we've seen some fireworks early.
Absolutely. If you're Hobart, you jump out. You got a sophomore running back in. He goes the distance, puts it into the end zone, and then Lowell turns around and answers right back. You're 0-0.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what you wanted, though, right? Kilmer pulled the guy and said, hey, they scored. We can do the same thing. Let's get it back, get that momentum swinging back in our favor. Now let's go play some defense.
Absolutely. You're talking about 2 smash-mouth football teams.
Here's the kick. It's going to go to Johnston on the far side. He'll catch it at about the 6. 10, 15, look for a place to cut up the middle. Can't find any running room. He's dropped at around the 18-yard line, and that's where Hobart will begin this drive. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Yeah, you talk about when he went out there, he said, hey, don't kick it to Willie no more. Don't do that. Kick it to the opposite side.
Yeah, Willie also plays safety for the Brickies, too. So Trey plays offense. Shear plays offense and defense, so we'll see how that kind of evolves over the course of the game.
Yeah.
A guy that's not used to carrying the workload, so we'll see how that evolves and kind of what Hobart does with him both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, that's a great point right there.
1st and 10 for the Brickies. Football rests at the 18-yard line, their own 18-yard line. And shifts from left to right. Ehrlich hands it off to Shear. Goes up the middle, gets a couple of yards. He's near the 20. It'll be second down.
Yeah, what you're seeing here with Lowell is just kind of like that 4-4 is what they are, but they're bringing their outside linebackers to play. Dan, you're almost looking at a 6-man front, right? They're saying, hey, I guess you're going to run on us. We're going to come up and try stopping it.
So 2nd and 8 now for the Brickies. Got 4 men wide, 2 each way. Ehrlich drops back. He looks left the whole way, fires, and through the hands of the intended receiver there. Was that 22 or 23?
23, Jalen Williams. He's their H-back, their blocker. He's a tough guy. He's fast for his size. He got behind the defenders there, but just dropped the pass, or else he would have been off to the races.
He would. I love that call because they're bringing their outside linebackers like I was talking about on the D-line. Well, now your H-back is literally going straight up the field. That's a tough coverage for their linebackers.
It was in his hands. It was a good throw by Ehrlich. It brings up 3rd and 8. Clock stopped at 7:14 here in the first quarter. Ehrlich going to go that way again. Catch made far side. This will be good for first down yardage. Nice cut back to the middle. This is Johnston with it. He's at the 40, 45 stutter step. He cuts across midfield at the 50. Finally brought down at the Lowell 46-yard line. Great catch and run by Cody Johnston.
Showcasing his speed there too as well, right? You got man coverage there, that quick curl route too as well, and saying, hey, our athlete versus yours, who's going to win, man? He cut it all the way across the field. That was tremendous.
Another track star, big pole vaulter, showing some athleticism on the gridiron there. He ran about 100 yards to gain 30 there, but nonetheless, he's big 3rd down conversion there for the Brickies.
34 yards on the pickup. 1st and 10, Hobart. They are now in Lowell territory at the 46-yard line. 6:45 remaining first quarter. Here's a handoff. Shearer has it. He's going to be stuffed. Maybe even lost a half a yard on the play. Good job by the Devil defense.
Yeah, it looks like it was James Langdon there, that D end over there again. I think Lowell's saying, hey, we're going to stop the run. You're going to have to try to beat us on the pass here right now because they're doing a tremendous job against the run other than that one big, long touchdown run.
Yeah, they're playing man coverage, and they're just saying, hey, throw the ball.
Yeah.
Well, now they've switched to 2 high safety, so now they've switched it up a little bit here.
Ehrlich backs out the signals. Shearer's going to get the handoff again and go left side. He's going to be stopped at the 45, just across the 45, and that'll bring up 3rd down for Hobart. 6 minutes remaining first quarter.
Yeah, Jake Kissel right there, just a really nice play, man. Without him making that tackle and breaking down, he had some green in front of him.
So 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Brickies from the Lowell 45-yard line. 7-7 tie, 5:40 remaining first quarter. Empty backfield this time for Ehrlich. Couple step drop, looking across the middle. Now he tucks and runs on the left side. Makes a juke move, gets around near the first down marker. See where they mark it. Might be a yard short, guys. He's close.
They're moving the chains.
Looks like they're moving them.
Yeah, give him the 35 and a first down for the Brickies.
We talked Ben Roethlisberger-esque in the pregame. The pocket broke down, has the presence of mind to escape out the pocket and pick up a first down. He's pretty shifty for a pocket passer, if you will.
Yeah, Noah did a great job there, right? Quick read to his receivers. It wasn't there. Pocket collapse. Take off. Use your feet.
1st and 10 now for Hobart at the 35-yard line. Nice snap in the pitch. Shearer has it. And he found some running room down to the 25. This will be another first down for the Brickies.
Now they're seeing those 2 safeties drop back. They know, run's open, right? Now that's the game that you got to play back and forth. Hobart saying, hey, you want to drop? You want to get him out of the box? We're going to come with the run.
Yeah, so they weren't having success outside that first play where they went the distance, but Lowell's crashing down, so they ran a toss play. That's the first time I've seen Hobart run that toss play in 5 games. So they're changing it up with using Willie's speed a little bit to the perimeter there.
1st and 10 for the Brickies. They're at the 25 of the Red Devils now. Busted play. Ehrlich's got to find somewhere to run, and he manages to make it a positive play down to around the 20-yard line and a pickup of 5.
Looked like some confusion in the backfield, but you talked about, again, that whole Ben Roethlisberger-esque, right? Use your feet. It broke down. He's able to stretch that play.
Sometimes broken plays are harder for the defense than they are the offense because the quarterback turns one way, you start to read his eyes and commit, then you kind of skate out the back. It almost turns into a trick play almost.
Yeah.
So this will be 2nd and 5 for Hobart, down to the Lowell 20, 3:55 left. First quarter, 7-7 tie here at the Inferno.
Look for Jalen Williams up the seam here.
Empty backfield for Ehrlich. Two-step drop, he looks, he fires down the seam, caught, touchdown!
They see the mismatch, right? You got Willie against the linebacker. I think I'd take that any day, right, of the week. It's just kind of up that seam, coming out of that H-back slot right there, straight up the seam, beats the linebacker. Really nice, easy pitch and catch right there.
20-yard touchdown pass to Willie Shearer, and the Brickies back on top, 13-7.
We're talking about next man up, Willie Shearer filling in 2 touchdowns here early in a big rivalry game, NCC matchup, and they gave the call. He answered the phone, so we're seeing an exciting. We're watching a man develop right before our eyes tonight.
We sure are. We sure are. He came to play.
The PAT by Ryan Pimentel is good. 3:42 remaining in the first quarter. It's now Hobart 14, Lowell 7. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. It's brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. You're watching Game Night right here on the Region Sports Network. I'm Jerry Siska, Josh Huddleston, and Doug Ashenbaugh with me here at the Inferno. So is Zach Miller on production and Scott Stessel on the camera. 3 possessions in this football game, 3 touchdowns, guys.
Yeah, we already got to shoot. I know it's a little early to say so, but, man, the offenses on both sides so far have been showing a lot of momentum on each side.
The defensive coordinators better rush to the bank to get those checks cashed before they pull them back.
Here's a kick. Taking it about the 12-yard line. Out to the 24, roughly. Braden Walker on the return for Lowell.
Another hard-nosed kickoff right there. Bodies are flying, hard hitting.
So 24-yard line is where the Red Devils will begin. 1st and 10. Connecting the first half and the second half of tonight's game. Make sure you stay tuned for the Host Connections halftime report. It's presented by Host Connections. Proven under pressure. First 10 Red Devils are at their own 24-yard line. They trail now 14-7. Still here late first quarter. Bank. He's going to keep, after faking the handoff, finds some running room, gets across the 30 to 34-yard line, and he's going to be close to that first down.
Yeah, you're still seeing kind of that read option play there, right? You're going to stretch it to the right, come back. They should pull a guard over there as an extra lead block in the kind of that power gap hole. And they're having a lot of success with that here against this Bricky defense.
If I'm the Hobart, I'm going to spy Riley Bank and just say, beat me with somebody else.
Right? Yes.
Bank got 10 on that pickup. It is a first down for the Red Devils. 1st and 10. They're now at their own 34. This time we're going to get a handoff across the 40 out near the 45-yard line. That is Owen Thiel on the carry, and it'll be another first down. They're going to give him 10 to the 45.
Oh, looks like they pulled it back a little bit there.
Pull
short,
it back.
huh?
Official over here was pointing down. They're going to give it just to the 42. That means it's an 8-yard pickup, and it is 2nd and 2.
We talked about the what Hobart was going to do. Willie Shearer is not in his safety position on defense, which is an interesting chess match here.
Bank going to keep this time. He's going to get across the 45 to the 46. This will be enough for a Red Devil first down.
Yeah, and this is what you see, though, too, with the Lowell Red Devil offense, right? That big play was great, but Lowell likes to control clock, move the chains, put drives together, and that's what you're seeing here a little bit right now to start this drive.
Lowell is unfazed by Hobart's big plays.
Yes.
Unfazed. They're going to say, we're going back, we're going to run the ball. They're unfazed by the scoreboard and by the big plays.
Yes.
2.5 minutes to play first quarter. Both teams with 5 first downs already in this opening frame. Bank going to give it up. This is Thiel again off the right side. He crosses midfield, getting to about the 49-yard line.
Simple
Now
stretch
they're
play.
going to rest it right at midfield. Excuse me, Doug, go ahead.
I'll say simple stretch play, right? They're going to keep setting up their offense, keep setting it up to where, again, Bank likes to yank it and hit that opposite side. I mean, you're going to see that consistency like you talked about. Probably quite a bit that play is going to be ran tonight for Lowell.
So second down, 2nd and 6 for the Red Devils. 1:52 remaining in the quarter. Bank going to keep this time and try the left side. He's just going to get across the midfield. Marker looks like where they're going to set it, it'll be no gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, it was a great play over there by number 5, Bradley Gibson for Hobart. You talked about kind of a little spy action, right? They're probably saying, hey, somebody's got to watch Riley on those. He yanked it that time but had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he's reading his Lowell's having success pulling the guard and the H-back and Riley's falling right behind him. So that's a good read key for the defense, and he kind of read it and just shot right through that gap.
3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Red Devils. Approaching 1 minute remaining in this first quarter. Bank drops back. The left-hander looks to throw. He's hit as he does. The pass hits the turf before reaching the intended receiver, Braden Walker, and that'll be incomplete in 4th down.
Talk about a great play again by Bradley Gibson. He actually took the lead back and hit the quarterback at the same time to disrupt that pass. You don't see Lowell drop back much. Maybe after that play you may not see him drop back much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he went through the guy and into the quarterback, and Bank was kind of surprised that it happened. He didn't see any yellow jerseys, but it didn't matter.
So here's Caden Britton on to punt it away. Zach Bloom back to return for the Brickies. Good punt. Bloom's going to get away from it. It is going to go out of bounds. And let's see where they mark it. Official went down to the 11 and now is walking up. Still walking. 17-yard line is where he's going to stop, and that's where Hobart will begin. 1st and 10 on this drive with 58.6 remaining in the opening quarter. Brickies 14, Red Devils 7.
They brought the heat, right, on that one. And there was a little contact. It could go either way on that. He got it off, though. That's the most important thing is he got that ball off.
We're seeing at the NFL and college and into high school, they're not calling the running into the kickers or the roughing as much unless it's blatant, unless they're going crushing them. That kind of was a pile, and he kind of rolled into the pile. So the Lowell faithful here is unhappy with that, but it was the right call, a no call.
Yeah, it almost looked like he was in the air, too, as well. Like, you can't control yourself, right? Punter's moving towards you.
So 1st and 10 for the Brickies. Ehrlich looks, fakes the handoff, fires. It is caught at about the 23-yard line.
Number 10, Aiden Letter, man, he climbed the ladder on that one in some very tight coverage. Just a real quick slant trying to beat the corner. And, man, he got up and snagged that ball and came down with it.
That was a great play. Sophomore.
Yeah.
Went up and got it.
Talk about sophomores playing for the Hobart Brickies tonight, right?
Pickup of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. Aiden Leonard, who's also listed as the backup quarterback for the Brickies.
I bet you I could say they got a connection.
All right, back to action. 2nd down, 2nd and 6, Brickies. Ehrlich takes the snap, drops back a step or so, looks to fire over the middle, catch is made. It's going to be another big play down to the 46-yard line. That's Jalen Williams again on the catch.
Hobart's definitely exploiting against the linebacker coverage all night. They are beating the linebackers. They're getting to the center in the middle of the field. And, man, I wouldn't stop if I was over with that.
I think Lowell's game plan coming in was we can run man. We're going to make Noah throw. They get here, they see it, they're like, this guy is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
They're going to go back. They're going to have to switch to 2 high safeties. They're going to have to play a little zone and mix it up. Because playing man-to-man against Hobart's wide receivers and the accuracy of Noah Ehrlich early on hasn't paid dividends for them.
Yeah, with no blitzing, no pressure on the quarterback either we haven't seen from Lowell.
Yeah, if you're going to play man, you got to bring pressure.
You got to.
That's a 41-yard pickup, and it's a 1st down for the Brickies, and that is also the end of the first quarter after 1 here at the Inferno. Hobart 14, Lowell 7. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake?
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Along with Josh Huddleston and Doug Ashenbaugh, Jerry Siska back with you here at the Inferno. 14-7, Hobart leads this one after one. Guys, just taking a look as I have Hobart right in front of me, trying to do some fast math. 89 yards on the ground for the Brickies already, 103 yards through the air. Lowell, 96 yards on the ground, just over one in the passing game. That's some big numbers for 12 minutes for both of those teams.
Sure is, yeah. I mean, it really is. And now you're starting to see Noah get even more comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't put a safety, I don't know what he's going to throw tonight.
Yeah, you talk about coming out, and these are typically teams that play good defense, and we've seen nothing but offense right now.
Yeah.
So Hobart now here in the second quarter will be going right to left toward the north end zone in the gold jerseys and the purple pants. First down, 1st and 10 at the Lowell 46. Ehrlich going to hand it off. Sure, right up the middle again. Brought down right around the 38-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8.
You talk about the adjustment with the safety. They put the safety back, and Hobart just turned around and hand the ball off.
Right, exactly. It's those games that you got to play, right? I mean, they'll take 8-10 yards of play too as well, if you know you're getting tackled at the safety level.
Shearer, 7 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown rushing plus a touchdown reception. Second down. Ehrlich drops back to throw, sets up a screen. Shearer has it. He's at the 35-30, cuts back to the middle. 25, little juke move, trying to get away from a defender. He does. He's at the 20. 15, goes out of bounds near the 10-yard line.
They've got a penalty too as well on the play.
Penalty flag back here at the 36-yard line.
Again, man, what a perfect call, right? They bring the safety over, you run the ball, right? You haven't seen a screen all night, and you throw it to your quick man, and he made some moves.
And it's holding call against Hobart. And that's right around where Shear caught the pass.
I tell you, I haven't seen a screen all year.
Wow.
And now we're running it. What a timely call there. What an impressive play. And what a run after the catch, too. That was equally as impressive, although there was a block in the back. But now Lowell's got an extra wrinkle they got to think about.
Yep. That's 2 new plays you've seen from Hobart now this year.
So that'll back the football up to the 45-yard line. The Red Devil 45, and the Brickies have a 2nd and 9. Ehrlich puts Shear in motion. And he looks toward him. Then he looks down the middle. Now he's going and firing that pass up the middle, and it's incomplete. A little too long for his intended receiver.
All right, you talk about 3rd down here, right? Lowell has been struggling on 3rd down, right? This is the time you need to get a stop. Get them off the field, get the ball back into your offense, right? If any time right now, you got to stop them on this 3rd down.
If I'm Hobart, I'm going to take a timeout right here. You just had a long screen pass, a long play down, timeout, huddle up, collect your thoughts. This is a big, crucial 3rd down. If you're able to convert this and get a score and go up 2 scores against a running Lowell team, you put them in a little different situation.
That was Bloom, the intended receiver. There is a timeout, Josh. And we will keep it right here. 11-10 remaining in the first half, 14-7 in favor of the Brickies. Don't forget, follow all of tonight's region football scores live on the Strachan Van Til Hometown Scoreboard. It's streaming on Facebook.com/Region Sports and RegionSports.com. Strachan Van Til, your local grocer with over 89 years of heritage. Halftime will get you caught up on what's going on around Northwest Indiana. This, the 5th week of the high school football season.
Speaking of Strachan Van Til, I love their donuts, man.
They're
some good
phenomenal. Made fresh daily, too, man. You can't beat it.
Nice.
All 40,000 a week, right?
Yeah, you guys read billboards and everything, don't you?
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of billboards.
There are.
It's a big 3rd down here for Lowell. This is one that you want to get that ball back in, right? You don't want to go down 21-7 right now.
So following the timeout, it'll be Hobart 3rd down. 3rd down and 9, and football rests at the Red Devil 45-yard line.
Looks like, was that Nate Viaclia is the one that's getting attended to right now?
You are yes, you are correct. 18, the junior.
Walking down his own. It's good to see. Good to see.
Hobart kind of lined up with trips to the near side, the small area, and had Johnson 101 on the far side. So I wonder what.
Now it looks like they may be flipping it. Either way, look, you got it. You got one-on-one coverage down over here.
So here we go. Back to action. 3rd and 9. And I spoke too soon. Another whistle. And they're sending Cody Johnston off. Equipment issue, possibly?
Huh. Not sure. It might have put a little wrinkle into what Hobart was looking to do there.
Yeah, it looked like Noah's trying to change the play right now. He's trying to get things switched up.
That's going to bring Aiden Leonard back into the ball game. It's Connor Stafford here on the near side and trips over on the far right side of this formation. Empty backfield. Ehrlich rolls to his right, trying to find a place to plant and throw, and a great job by the Red Devils of pressure and pursuit, giving Ehrlich nowhere to plant and throw downfield.
Yeah, you talk about bringing the pressure, talking about blitzing, that's exactly what they did. Noah rolled out to the right. They bought that backside pressure. He had no idea that was coming from the opposite side.
No, yeah, he was hunting him down there on that play, and Noah tried to step and throw at the same time that he got hit. Those are usually big collisions when you stop all of a sudden and get hit.
Yeah, big play by the senior Christopher Skinner there. I mean, you talked about getting off the field on 3rd down. That's exactly what they needed.
Braden Walker deep to receive this punt from Xander Langford for the Brickies. And we've got a whistle and a penalty.
Looks like a timeout.
Timeout, Lowell. We're going to take one with them this time. 11:03 remaining, 14-7 Brickies. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Back here at the Inferno at Lowell High School, Hobart will be punting it away after this Red Devil timeout. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining here in this first half. A very exciting and entertaining first half it has been. Hope you're enjoying it with us.
Big drive here coming up for Lowell here, right? You want to get this ball game tied up. Maybe see some different from offense, right? Kind of.
Now a flag.
We were rolling in the first quarter, and now everything's just come to a stop here.
Right? Defense is starting to make adjustments, trying to see 2 high safeties for Lowell, trying to stop those down-the-seam passes from Hobart. Now you're starting to see them blitz a little bit too as well.
This is a penalty on Hobart. They're 3rd for a total of 25 yards. That'll back them up to the 50.
Sometimes it takes a minute to get settled down in these rivalry games.
All right, now let's see if we can get the punt off. Walker deep for the Red Devils. Good snap, good boot. Walker runs up on it, makes the catch right around the 15, cuts to the outside, now up the hash mark. Now out to the left, and he gets out to around the 29-yard line. And that is where Lowell will begin. 1st and 10 from their own 29 with 10:51 remaining in the first half, and the Brickies leading 14-7.
This is where you might see Lowell kind of slow it down, eat some clock up, right? Put together a drive. Keep marching down, right? Move those chains, right? Try to take up as much time as possible to get it away from that electric offense we've been seeing from the Brickies.
I've seen Lowell in the past do 10-minute drives and punch it in. Eat the clock, 2 yards, 3, 4. They just, I've seen it happen. They do it all the time.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Bank, gonna hand off Thiel. He's bringing it here to the near side. Thiel finding it difficult to find any running room. And the official going to give him the line of scrimmage. First thought looked like he was going to get a loss of yardage there.
Yeah, he did turn in nothing into getting back at least to the line of scrimmage there, but that stretch play, right? They want to kind of stretch him out, hit up the gut, and keep doing that with your read option between him and Banks there and eat the clock up.
Walker goes out far side. Austin Zia here on the near side, the wide receiving core. Bank hands it off again, off the left side. Ball pushed up to about the 33-yard line.
Bradley Gibson, again, we've been calling his name quite a bit. Man, he is playing lights out tonight at linebacker. Took him a little bit just to settle in, but now with those read keys he's watching, man, he's almost in on every single tackle.
Yeah, I would look for the Riley Bank here. Read, get behind the pulling guard, and see what he can do on this third down.
Bank fakes, rolls here to the near side right. The lefty fires. Catch made here on the sideline. That's Walker and a first down for the Red Devils at the 42-yard line.
Big third down play there, obviously, right? We thought they might have ate up clock a little bit more. It almost looked like they were about to give the Brickies the ball back with about 9 minutes left. Nice rollout opposite side of his throwing hand. He was able to stop and pop. Nice little pet dump right over the linebacker in coverage.
Yeah, the Hobart defender should have got a little more depth knowing the down and distance. He came up a little bit too close to the line of scrimmage there.
Give him the 43-yard line. The pickup was 10 on the play, first down. Bank wants to throw again. Catch made. This is Zia here on the near side at the 47-yard line.
Riley Banks said, I could do more than just run the ball.
Yeah.
Two accurate passes on time, good delivery, and they're on the move.
That was a nice zip to that ball, too, as well. He hit him right as he was breaking.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw it, but while Hobart had the last possession, Bank was really working over here throwing with his backup Cameron Crago, and I was wondering, are they going to throw the ball a little more, seeing how much he was throwing it? Right now they're going to give it to Thiel, and Thiel's going to get across midfield to about the 48-yard line. And that's going to be close. It will be a Red Devil first down, pick up 5 on the play.
You know, complimentary ball, right? You got to be able to pass in order to run. You got to run in order to pass. Right now you're seeing that, right? They're kind of balanced on offense right now, and you typically don't say that for the Lowell Red Devils.
8:20 remaining first half, 14-7 Brickies, the Red Devils driving. Bank going to give it up to Thiel again. Thiel pushes across the 45 near the 43.
Nice little power play. That's what they're going to run, right? Power, power, power. Seeing a little bit more pass that's coming from it too as well. Wouldn't be surprised you see Bank here soon pull it.
Yeah, you know, the run success that they're having and the pass success is making the linebackers honor that pass. So they're not flying down towards the line of scrimmage like they were early on in the game. 2 consecutive completed passes lightens those linebackers up and puts a doubt in their mind what they're seeing, what their eyes are seeing.
Absolutely.
2nd and 6 after the 4-yard pickup. Lowell at the Hobart 44. Bank gives it off again. Thiel tries the right side, crosses the 40, gets to the 37-yard line, and that'll be a first down for the Red Devils.
Nice drive going here. Look, just power left, power right, couple passes, move the chains. I think they've been about 2 minutes right now. They're eating up on that clock. They're marching here.
Thiel now with 11 carries for 50 yards. Bank, and we've got a flag on the snap. Walker had some running room. And legal procedure. Somebody jumped.
Little change of pace, though, right? They try to hurry up and get on the ball. Sometimes the offensive line get jittery. They want to get going, especially when you're in that high tempo.
That changes the Lowell play calling now, since now they got, 1st and 15 is a little different than 1st and 10, and changes the way that they are going to attack this series on offense.
Yep.
First penalty of the game for the Red Devils. Backs the football up to the 42-yard line of the Brickies, and as you said, Josh, 1st and 15. Bank hands it off once again. Nothing doing. Line of scrimmage. That's about it. And that was Thiel again. That'll give him a yard to the 41, second and 14.
Bradley Gibson, once again, linebacker, making a remarkable tackle. Reading the keys. They're kind of just going with that again. Power to the right, And, again, man, I think we're going to be calling his name quite a bit tonight.
Connecting the first half and the second half of tonight's game, it's the Hose Connections halftime report presented by Hose Connections. Proven under pressure. You'll want to stay tuned for that when we hit intermission. But we still have 6:17 remaining in this first half. Banks swings it out. Walker makes the catch on the left side. Walker only gets to the 40-yard line, and that's it. The pickup's a yard.
The way the Hobart defense was flying to that screen, they could come back to that, pump fake that, and have the receiver streak down the sideline because Hobart's defense was flying.
They sure were. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they tried to get it out there quick, but like you're saying, man, those corner and outside linebacker were there quick.
So bring up third down, 3rd and 13 for the Red Devils. Bank going to drop back. The lefty looking for somewhere to throw. Pocket collapses. Tries to run out of it, and he cannot. He'll be dropped for a loss.
And you talked about it, Josh. That penalty was big. What they were doing, how they were attacking this series, 1st and 15 is a lot different than 1st and 10. And now you see that the offense struggled there a little bit because they kind of got out of their rhythm after that penalty.
Yeah, you're talking about a good, disciplined Lowell team. When you're a running team, you can't have first down penalties that put you predictable when you're a run team. And that's exactly what happened, and we're seeing the result here, a punt.
Jankosik, 34, Chris Jankosik to punt this away for Lowell. And it is going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. So the Hobart Brickies will begin 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 4:53 remaining in the first half, and the Brickies up by a 14-7 score over the Red Devils. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowell & Company's proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field.
You almost seen on that punt, you would have liked a little more hang time, right? Let your guys get down there and try to stop that. I mean, it only went over about a yard across that goal line there, right? And to be able to pin them back with 5 minutes left. I'd like to see a little bit more height on that punt.
Yeah, I think he didn't catch the snap clean, so I think he was just trying to get rid of it. And, I mean, crisis averted. They punted it, and now Hobart's got to go 80 yards to pay dirt.
Yeah, 80 yards is still a ways to go. Big series here for the Lowell defense once again.
So here we go, 1st and 10, Hobart. Hobart looks back at Shear. And he's going to hand it off to him. And Shear finds some running room, gets across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Nice pickup of 7 on 1st down.
Not as shifty as Trey, but he hits that hole like a jet. And, I mean, he's at 8 yards before he's hit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to give credit to that front line right now because, man, they're opening up some big gaps, and he's hitting them hard.
And credit to Noah Ehrlich because the success they had passing has made that safety drop back.
Yes.
Williams is in motion as he comes over to the left side. Ehrlich barking out the signals from the shotgun. He's going to stop, looks to throw. Now he's under pressure. Now he fires over to the sideline, and it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd down. After going 5 of 6 to start this one, Noah Ehrlich has missed on his last 3 attempts. 3rd down, Brickies.
I tell you, that was tight coverage on Lowell had on Hobart there. If Hobart has a hitch and go or a double move there, they might find an answer right there against that tight coverage.
Yeah, I would expect Lowell to probably bring the blitz again, right? It's 3rd down, bring him.
No safety over the top, so one would assume it's coming.
3rd down, Brickies. Ehrlich going to hand it off. Shear has it. He's going to push forward to about the 29, but that'll be it. The pickup's 2. It'll be 4th down for the Brickies. That'll be short about a yard.
Looks like they're bringing the punt team out. That's a big stop right here for the Lowell Red Devils.
That's a huge stop for Lowell. I mean, you're talking about a high-powered Hobart offense, and they 3 and out. You get the ball back, and arguably good territory, good field position. So who knows what Lowell's going to have up their sleeve? They usually run like a reverse or a trick play when they get the ball back on offense and gain some momentum. So we'll see what happens here on their offensive series.
And they get the ball at half.
Langford back to punt. Walker deep to receive, and we've got a flag all the way in the backfield where Walker was. Was that delay of game?
Yeah. Even more better field position. And I believe they have 2 timeouts left, too, as well, Lowell.
They do. Both teams with 2. Very good, Doug. Did you remember that, or are you looking over my shoulder at my stat sheet? What is it, Doug?
I'll tell you what, Hobart was indecisive on what they were going to do there, and they got the punt team on late.
But you're right. They're going to have some pretty good field position as Walker stands at his own 40. He's going to let this hit the turf and roll. This is going to take a Hobart roll inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. And that's where Lowell will begin this drive. 1st and 10, 28-yard line with 3:19 remaining in the first half. They need to stop the clock. 14-7, Brickies lead the Red Devils. That clock has lost about 11 seconds at this point, so they'll have to reset it.
Big drive here, obviously, for Lowell, right? You go down there, even, hey, you get a field goal out of it. Lowell doesn't kick field goals much, I understand, but you get some points on the board here. You come out, you're going to get the ball at half, too, as well. This is a very, very big momentum drive here.
Yeah, you could kind of take the momentum and the fight out of Hobart. If you're able to drive down and have a long, 70-yard drive and punch it in for a touchdown, Hobart's questioning that going into halftime.
Doug, with what you're talking about, Lowell has attempted one field goal this season, and it was a miss in the 20 to 29-yard range. Here's a running play up to about the 32-yard line.
When Brighton kicked that PAT, it looked like he kicked it all the way over the concession stand.
Yeah, he got a leg on him for sure.
Pick up a 4 there by Thiel. Quick swing. Walker has it here on the near side, looking for somewhere to go. 5 Brickies there to drop him for a loss back to the 30-yard line.
Does Hobart look to use a timeout?
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, right, they're going very, very fast pace, obviously, especially when you only got a couple yards on first down. I think you get a big stop here on this third. You're going to use a timeout.
2:20 remaining first half. We had touchdown scores on the first 3 possessions of this football game, and the defenses have settled in since. Bank drops back. Lefty looking for somewhere. Now he's going to tuck and run. 30, 35, and he's upended. That was Nathan Quare on the tackle at around the 36-yard line. And Hobart will use a timeout, as you said, Doug, that you thought they might. Timeout, Brickies, as it will be 4th and 2 for the Red Devils with 1:53 remaining in the first half.
And that was a great stop. Gavin Miller just coming up. I mean, he had open field, one-on-one, just shy of the first down. That's a very big stop for the Brickies.
Bank's hard to tackle in open field, and, I mean, you're talking right short of the first down, 2 or 3 yards. But I haven't seen the punt team come out for Lowell. This might be something that, hey, we've stopped Hobart's offense a couple times. 4th and 2 yards, we like that. We're okay with that. We don't have any issues picking that up. So we'll see. Hobart can't get caught sleeping here in a punt return, and Lowell comes out and punches it up for a first down.
They may also go out there. They also have a timeout. They may go out there, try to get him to jump, go on 2, get some kind of penalty here, call timeout, send the punt team out as well.
I mean, a delay a game, no harm, no foul.
Exactly.
The chess match that we call football.
Yes.
Stay with us after the game when we'll name the proud Union home play of the game presented by IKORCC. Build your future. Learn more at IKORCC.com. Now Hobart wants a timeout.
That's big, right? They had to get somebody off the field before the snap, had to use another timeout. Now they're going to get the ball back with about a minute 45-ish with no timeouts.
No timeouts. You got it.
Well, now you give Lowell team second thoughts. Hey, is it something that we could pick up? So once again, the chess match that we call football.
And I think what Hobart saw was the punt team didn't come out at first. And I think they said, hey, defense, stay out, right? And then all of a sudden the punt team came out last second. They were trying to get someone off the field.
Stay with us at halftime for the Host Connections Halftime Report, connecting the first half and the second half of tonight's game. It's the Host Connections Halftime Report, presented by Host Connections, proven under pressure.
This game was moving right along, and it's come to an abrupt halt here.
Yes, it has.
Kind of like the offenses on both teams. You know, things were cooking and moving, and slammed on the brakes.
Yeah, shifted over to the defense. Defense has been playing well on both sides of the ball now.
we talked about these rivalry games, and everyone's amped up and excited, and you're over pursuing and doing a lot of things early on in the game, and as you settle down, you start to clean it up a little bit.
So Lowell out to punt. Chris Jankosik back there once again. Gets the snap. Here's the boot. It's Bloom back to return, but the punt nowhere near him, and it takes a roll to the far sideline and goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line, it looks like.
Just about. I think what you're going to see here from Hobart is some of those quick passes, right? To the sideline, get out of bounds, save your time. You know, you can still run the ball a little bit, right? Obviously, you got enough time to run, so don't put that out. I think you're going to start seeing those little quick passes, maybe take a shot downfield one-on-one, get a big play. No timeouts, right? Kind of intrigued to see what they do here.
Yeah, and in high school, which is the same in college, is the clock stops on a first down to set the chains. So unlike the NFL where the clock just continues to run, in high school and college, it stops to set the chains on first down. So that's an advantage.
They're going to put trips to the wide side of the field here on the left, and receiver over on the far sideline as well, right. Ehrlich drops back, fires, and dropped. Share the intended receiver, incomplete, second down. But you know what? That stops the clock.
Yep.
I don't know how many yards that really would have gotten the way that play was set up. So not the worst thing in the world that could happen, as a Lowell defender was closing in at the time of the drop. 2nd and 10, and now a snap over the head of Ehrlich. He's got to go chase it down.
Looks like
Lowell. Did he get it? Or does Lowell have it?
Are you Lowell and use a timeout here?
I tell you, the first snap was fast on the drive. That one was super fast, and Noah just couldn't catch it. It was coming back there at 100 miles an hour, and what a change of momentum. What a change here.
Well, he was able to recover it. Football all the way back to the 10-yard line now. I don't know how he was the only one there with 3 Red Devils.
Yeah.
He did a great job just to be able to recover that and save the possession for his team. Another high snap. Handoff. Push up the middle.
And it looks like Lowell does use a timeout here.
Share on the carry to the 17. And Lowell will use a timeout, their second of the half, with 52.4 remaining.
I'm a big fan of using timeouts and putting pressure on the other team.
Yep.
You're talking punt snaps, you're talking snaps, you're talking fumbles, you're talking a lot of things that a lot of coaches take those timeouts into halftime. You don't get them in the second half. Yeah. So use them, put the pressure back on the other team, make them punt, make them catch the ball, make them do those things that high school kids sometimes make mistakes doing.
Of course, absolutely, they sure do, and you're going to get the ball back with some good field position here. You talked a little bit about trick plays Lowell likes to run when it's in situations like this. Plenty of time still to be able to get some points on the board.
And the amazing thing about Lowell, when they run those reverses or trick plays, you know they're coming, but they're able to execute them to perfection.
So it's going to be 4th down, 4th and 28. Hobart will be punting from inside their 5-yard line. Dropping back this time for Lowell, Kendall Powers, number 7. He stands right around the Hobart 47-yard line. So the Red Devils should get some good field position out of this. Here's a good boot, high in the air. Kendall says get away from it, and it takes a bricky roll back into Hobart territory at the 46-yard line. Still pretty good field position with 42 seconds remaining and 1 timeout for the Red Devils. They trail this one 14-7.
You know, you're Lowell. Do you try to punch one in the end zone? Do you take some shots, or do you try to get in field goal range? I don't know the distance that their kicker has. I didn't get to watch him in warm-ups, but those are questions. On the flip side of that, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where there's an interception, something along those lines.
Absolutely. Yeah, we haven't seen a long ball at all yet from Lowell here, but it's possible we might see one.
Banks going to roll here to the right side. Lefty sets, fires, catch made. Across the 50-yard line to the 49-yard line. And that's Elijah Anderson with the catch for the Red Devils.
Looks like they like to roll Banks out kind of opposite of his throwing. He does a really good job of flipping his hips, setting, and making some nice throws.
These receivers from Lowell said, hey, we're more than a running team. Give us a chance.
Right?
It's a 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5 for the Red Devils. Got out of bounds, stopped the clock with 35 seconds. Bank looking, stepping up in the pocket. Now he's going to tuck and run. Finds some room on the right side. He's got a first down and more. 40. And brought down at around the 37-yard line, and that'll be a first down for the Red Devils, which will stop the clock at 24.5. The pickup's 12 on the play for Riley Bank.
Talk about his feet. He can run, right? Obviously, that pocket was starting to collapse from the backside, and he was able to move his feet and stretch that play.
Clock now moving at 15 seconds. Bank looks, fires. Catch made. That's Anderson again. He's at the 35. Red Devils will have to burn their final timeout to stop the clock with 8.9.
This is where you might see that deep ball, right? I think with 8 seconds left, I don't think you have much other time other than to get something towards the end zone.
I've seen a lot of high school teams, when the defense is expecting a deep pass, have success with screen passes.
Yeah.
All the guys are dropping back. The linemen get out in front. They dump it off. I don't know if Lowell's got a screen pass in their bag, but sometimes that ends up being a massive gainer because the defense is backing up, and then you got the linemen coming down there, and typically you got linemen on corners or safeties and advantage offense at that point. But Doug, we've got to see an exciting game. We talked in the open about this heavyweight fight, and it's been the cost of admission to get in the game. This has been a great game.
Yeah, it's living up to it right now in the first half. Like you said, those offenses started out so electric. The defense have finally settled in, right? You see a little bit of movement from both offenses, but that bend don't break defense is really what we've seen. And man, it's a dogfight right now.
Second down, 2nd and 7 for the Red Devils from the Hobart 35, but they just have 8.9 to work with here in this first half. No timeouts remaining either. Bank steps up, fires over here on the far side. That's incomplete. Over the head of Kendall Powers.
Yeah, and I think he missed the receiver on the left side of the field there. It looked like they had 2 streaks kind of down the center where the safety had to pick one. Almost looked like that might have been the better way to go. But, hey, when that pocket and you got people in front of you, you got to make a decision quick.
Yeah, it was the defense was barreling down on him, and he was just able to get it away.
Now there's a sideline warning here on the Red Devils.
That's right. You buy yourself time. That's a smart salvage play, savvy play by Kirk Kennedy there. I'll tell you what, you get your team, they just ran down the field to give them a little break for a penalty that doesn't cost you anything.
Bank, he's going to roll to his right. Under pressure, gets a block that gives him some space. Now he lets it fly toward the end zone. Batted up in the air and incomplete, and that'll be the end of the first half. An exciting 24 minutes here at the Inferno. The Hobart Brickies lead the Lowell Red Devils 14-7. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Centier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Centier branch today or visit us on the web at centier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Centier Bank, NMLS number 408076, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ethos Dental Group in Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake. For over 50 years, family-owned Bud Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bud Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at budinsagency.com.
Thank you for taking me home. It's so far.
Don't worry about it, Grandma. This will be fun. 2 chocolate milkshakes, please.
Make it 3.
3?
Did you get his number?
No, Grandma. Grandma!
Excuse me?
Some relationships get better with time. That's why I got a Crosstrek.
97% of Subaru vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road.
I'm so glad you got a Subaru.
I wonder who gave me the idea.
Oh.
Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Check out the new Subarus at Castle Subaru in Portage.
Are you a steel hauler? Come work for Area Transportation. You must have a current valid Class A commercial driver's license and at least 1 year of recent verifiable steel hauling experience and at least 2 years of recent verifiable interstate experience operating a commercial motor vehicle. Call recruiting at 1-855-400-6939. That's 1-855-400-6939.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond, proven under pressure. For over 113 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. Whether it's a simple, elaborate, traditional, or unique service, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. Visit them on the web at burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 942-1117.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. You're watching the Host Connections Halftime Report. It's brought to you by Host Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hostconnectionsinc.com. Host Connections, proven under pressure. Along with Josh Huddleston and Doug Ashenbaugh, I'm Jerry Siska back here at the Inferno. We're at intermission where the Hobart Brickies lead the Lowell Red Devils by a score of 14-7. And Doug, game started out with fireworks on the first three possessions, first three drives of the game, but defense really settled in after that.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that long 59-yard, TD run right up the middle. Lowell answering right back, right, on their next drive, scoring, punching in the end zone. Hobart answering again, right? Those three drives we saw right away with some electric offense there, and then now you kind of see those defenses settling in, right? You saw kind of Lowell make some adjustments. They went to two high safeties. They were starting to figure out that Hobart Bricky pass game that they were looking at, starting to shut it down a bit. And then same when you flip it over to the Hobart Bricky side, right? That kind of read option you saw, Riley Bank taking it, yanking it, hitting the opposite side. I don't know if we saw Riley Bank run it, that read option play in the second quarter. So they're starting to figure that out too as well at the same time. And now these defenses have really been stepping up in that second quarter.
Why don't you take a look at let's recap what those first three possessions look like in terms of scoring drives.
Yeah, Hobart started off hot on offense with a 59-yard touchdown run right up the middle. Willie Shear, number 14, the sophomore, filling in for Trey Gibson, who's a scratch tonight, so he's showing up today. Lowell answers right back with a drive of their own, capped off by a Riley Bank 1-yard touchdown run to make it 7-7. Hobart then gets the ball back, drives straight down the field, and hits Willie Shear on a seam route up the middle, make it 14-7, and that's all the offensive scoring we've had all night.
Yeah. Defense is settled in, as we mentioned after that, and we have a 14-7 score here at the break. Let's take a look at some of the unofficial statistics from this opening half. First for Hobart, Willie Shear, 10 carries for 98 yards, and Noah Ehrlich, 2 carries for 15. Passing game, Cody Johnston has 2 catches for 38. Jalen Williams has a catch for 41. Willie Shear, the touchdown catch from 20, and Aiden Leonard, a catch for 4 yards. So Hobart, 12 rushes, 113 yards, 5 of 10 in the passing game for 103 yards, 216 yards of total offense in the first half. I have Hobart for 6 first downs. They were penalized 4 times for 30 yards. They had the one fumble late in the half on that high snap over Ehrlich's head that he was able to recover deep in his own territory. So no turnovers by the Brickies in the first half. For the Lowell Red Devils, Riley Bank, 8 carries for 83 yards, while Owen Thiel had 13 carries for 55 yards. Braden Walker had 3 catches for 9 yards. Austin Z, a catch for 4. And Elijah Anderson, 2 catches for 7. So the Lowell numbers look like this. They've ran the ball 21 times for 138 yards. 6 of 9 on the passing game for Riley Bank for 20 yards. So Lowell has 158 yards of total offense, 9 first downs. They were penalized just 1 time for 5 yards. No fumbles, no turnovers for the Red Devils in the first half of action. You're watching the Host Connections Halftime Report. It's brought to you by Host Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hostconnectionsinc.com. Host Connections, proven under pressure. So the numbers, pretty good. Both teams they've moved the ball. Even as the defenses settled in, there was still some movement, but the defenses kind of went to bend but don't break and had some key stops at key moments after those first 3 drives of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what it is, right, is they were able to make those defensive adjustments to slow down the offenses on both sides, for the Brickies and the Red Devils. Now, how do you go into halftime, and what's the adjustment you make now to get your offense back moving? That's going to be key.
I was shocked down the stretch. Riley Bank starts the first quarter off, and he's the ball carrier, the primary ball carrier. Down the stretch of the second half, we really didn't see that. A lot of handoff, a lot of gives, and then a lot of passes, and that's shocking to if you're a Lowell fan, the Lowell faithful. They saw him throw the ball a lot more than run it in that second quarter, which obviously the game situations dictate that a little bit, but he didn't run. The only time he ran was on broken pass plays, which there weren't no design runs. They had a lot of success when they pulled it, had the two guards pulling, and so I look for them to go back to that pretty heavily in the second half.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Let's talk about that too as well. That read option play, right? They had a lot of success with that, and like you're talking about, we didn't see that much. Maybe they come out, like you said, maybe Hobart forgot about that a little bit they're hoping for. Let's get back into our normal rhythm.
14-7, Hobart leads Lowell here at intermission. Let's take a moment and do a scoreboard update. Brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Strachan Van Til. Shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strachanvantil.com. All right, so last night, Bowman Academy beat Calumet Christian 14-8. Here's what's going on this evening around Northwest Indiana. Well, actually, first tomorrow afternoon, Morton will play at Gary Westside in a Great Lakes Athletic Conference matchup. In the second quarter, Crown Point leads Portage 35-7 in the over at Bulldog Stadium. Out in Maryville, Demery Stadium, second quarter, Maryville leads Michigan City 14-10. Third quarter, Hammond Central all over Griffith, that's Hanover Central, leading Griffith 47-0. Andrean with a 21-7 lead over Highland in the second quarter. And as we move along, Valparaiso with a 13-6 lead over Chesterton. That game in the third quarter at Viking Field in Valpo. Here, of course, as we mentioned, Hobart leading Lowell 14-7 at the half. What else we got here happening? In the first quarter, we do not have a score update between East Chicago Central and Calumet. No score in that one. In the third quarter, down in Wheatfield, Kankakee Valley leads Munster 14-7 in another NCC contest. Here's Hammond Central, a 22-8 lead over Pioneer in the third quarter in Central Hammond. Lake Central LaPorte tied at 7 in St. John, third quarter of that ball game, a DAC matchup. River Forest leads Whiting along the lakefront 13-7 in the third quarter as well. Wheeler with a 13-7 lead over Boone Grove in the second quarter, a rivalry game there between those two Porter County schools. Lake Station shutting out Bishop Dole 26-0 in the third quarter in Hammond. South Central leading Osceola Grace 16-14 in the third quarter. And that is all of your score updates for the moment. The score updates brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. And also, stay with the Region Sports after the game as we'll send it back to the Centier Bank studio. The RSN crew will be on hand to recap all of tonight's action from around the region. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to go through our Castle Subaru keys to the second half. You're watching the Host Connections Halftime Report, brought to you by Host Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hostconnectionsinc.com. Host Connections, proven under pressure, and you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika Contractors and Electrical Workers of Local 531.
Hanger Insurance Group in Crown Point is passionate about providing a premier service insurance agency featuring customized coverage and meaningful relationships. They understand that you've built a life and they want to help you protect it. From home to life insurance, they offer a wide variety of coverage to fit your needs. From choosing a plan to filing claims, Hanger Insurance Group agents are ready to help. Stop in for a quote at 950 South Court Street in Crown Point or visit them online at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Protect what you love. For over 50 years, family-owned Bud Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bud Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at budinsagency.com.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
Cagney's in Hobart offers a fun atmosphere to watch a game on one of its many big screen TVs. While there, fans can enjoy selections from a full menu of comfort foods including nachos, sandwiches, and more. Planning on staying late? No problem. The kitchen at Cagney's is open from 11 a.m. till midnight, and Cagney's offers daily food specials every day of the week. Cagney's is located at 236 Main Street in Hobart, and they can always be found on Facebook. Cagney's, a proud sponsor of the Brickies. Certified financial planner Tim O'Brien is your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why financial advisor Tim O'Brien is a proud supporter of Hobart football on the Region Sports Network. Call 219-947-8208 or stop by his office at 1455 South Lake Park Avenue across from St. Mary's Hospital for all your investment needs. Go Brickies! Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Did you know? Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait. Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week.
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til, now you know.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Along with Josh Huddleston and Doug Ashenbaugh, I'm Jerry Siska, and you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Time for the keys to the second half. Keys for the second half, sponsored by Castle Subaru. Stop in and get your keys to a new Castle Subaru, that is. And gentlemen, what are your keys for the second half of this one?
For the Hobart offense, the key is to get the run game started, make Lowell bring that safety down into the box again, and then look to exploit them from that point forward. So the key for the Hobart on offense is to get that run game started, which will open up that passing game, which they had so much success in the first half with. And then on the defense side of the ball, Lowell's going to come back to Riley Bank. So if I'm the Hobart Brickies defense, I'm going to spy Riley Bank and just try to shut him down in the second half. So the key for the Hobart defense is to spy Riley Bank and make someone else beat you.
Yeah, key for Lowell offense side, Josh talking about it right here, is I think get back to your bread and butter, right? Get Riley Bank in that read option, let him use his feet, stretch him out, right? Hit that stretch to the left, pull it back on the right. I think it's getting back in your rhythm where you had that success, right? They're not going to put safeties over the top. That's perfect for Riley Reed to yank and run. Defensive side, continue to stop that pass. They made those adjustments. They were able to get those 2 high safeties down the seams, be able to cover those now when those H-backs kind of were against the linebackers there. They were able to figure that out. Continue that success. Be on the lookout for the run, but that's the key for them on the defensive side.
And there you have it, the keys to the second half. It's brought to you by our friends at Castle Subaru. Castle Subaru. Check out the Castle inventory of new and used vehicles at castlesubaru.com. They're on Highway 6 in Portage and on the web at castlesubaru.com. We also want to mention Zach Miller here on production and Scott Stessel up on the camera. So there you have it. The crew of the RSN here at the Inferno tonight for this matchup between the Brickies and the Red Devils. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies, they have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays until 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. And if you want to keep up with what's going on throughout Northwest Indiana while you're enjoying the games that we are bringing to you here, you can follow all of tonight's Region Football scores live on the Strachan Van Til Hometown Scoreboard. They're streaming on Facebook.com/Region Sports and RegionSports.com. Strachan Van Til. Shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at StrachanVanTil.com. And then when the ball game is over tonight, don't go anywhere, because we're going to go back to the Centier Bank studio where the RSN crew will be on hand to recap all of tonight's action from around Northwest Indiana. Well, it'll be Lowell football to start the third quarter. They had won the toss at the start of the game and deferred until the second half. Gentlemen, there is no wind whatsoever looking at the flag on the flag pole near the scoreboard over in the north end zone. So, and we saw in the Friday night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling that humidity was going to increase throughout the evening while the temperature dropped. So how does that affect the game at all? You see cramping as a possibility as we go along?
You're 2 4A schools, so typically you got a lot of guys 2 platooning. So if you're Hobart or you're Lowell, you're playing both sides of the ball, and so are they. Yep. So there may be some cramping down. We're halfway through the season now, so hopefully these guys are in a little better shape, hydrated, and ready to go. And we shouldn't see that much cramping, although it is a concern, but we're halfway through the season. So I want to see early on in the season, I think that humidity would play a bigger factor. Although I will say, from a standpoint of exhaustion, you got a sophomore running back in Willie Shear, who has his workload's increased 1,000% overnight.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely agree. At halftime, too, as well, they were pumping them, saying, hey, hydrate, 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 right? We got another half to play. We can't have anybody going down right now. That's too costly.
So deep for the Lowell Red Devils. We have, someone find my flip chart. There we go. Isaiah Sanchez is in the middle. Braden Walker is here on the near side. And number 9 there for the Red Devils, Noah Smith, is over on the far side. Those are the 3 deep men who will receive this kickoff as we get set to begin the second half. And the kickoff coming from Ryan Pimentel. So we're ready to begin the third quarter from here at the Inferno. Brickies with a 7-point lead. Let's see how this one finishes up. Here's the approach in the boot. That's Sanchez at the 6. Up the middle, 15-20. Now he's going to cut to the outside. Gets away from one tackler at the 25. Only manages to get about another yard from there at the 26. And that's where the Red Devils will begin 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
Great coverage again on the kickoff right there by Hobart. They've been doing it all night. It looked like he almost had some gap on the right side. But again, man, their coverage has been tight, and Lowell has not had great field position at all coming off their kickoff return.
Gavin Miller shed 2 blockers and made the tackle.
Yeah.
That's a pretty impressive play on kickoff.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Bank barks out the signals, fakes the handoff and keeps. Comes to the left side, gets away from a couple of Bricky tacklers, but is stood up by 2 more at the 30-yard line. He'll give him 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Right on cue.
Yeah, right. Exactly what we talked about at halftime, being able to kind of do that stretch option, right? What we're seeing there, it almost looked like the Hobart went to a 3-5.
They've been running the 3-5 stack and kind of shifting guys around and walking guys up. But right back to the Riley Bank. I mean, we talked about getting behind those pulling guard and H-back, and that's exactly what they did.
So they're going to call it 5 on the play, 2nd and 5 for the Red Devils. Out to about the, Thiel has it to the 36.
Just shy of that
It
first.
is. Yeah, they are going to give him the first down.
I think, that's what Lowell's doing, right? Get back to your bread and butter, right? Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. You're not so predictable, though, because you talk about in the first half, those situations, unfortunately, kind of dictate what your offense is going to do, right? Now they can settle down and get back in that rhythm.
Football sits at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Opening drive of the second half, 14-7 Brickies. Thiel fakes the handoff, then runs around the right side, across the 40, upended and down at the 44. He lost the football, but the official on the far side said knee was down at the 44. So give him a pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Red Devils.
Riley Bank faked out the entire Hobart Bricky defense with that zone read. He pulled that out and got around the outside for a big gain. And this is exactly what Lowell likes. They like this grinded out football, eat up the clock. They would be fine with eating up the entire 12 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 2nd and a yard. This will be Thiel with it this time, and he will have the first down as he's out to the 48-yard line.
Again, just that zone read again, right? 4 plays so far, 4 zone reads. They're back into that rhythm of what they want to do. They want to control clock, move the chains, take those long drives.
And Lowell, they grind it out, and you got to have buy-in from the community because with the way football is changing, you see a lot more spread and throwing the ball. The Lowell faithful is happy with them running the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're going to get a 5-yard penalty against the Red Devils. We have a jump up front.
You can hear them every time the announcer says first down. The crowd gets amped up, and they love it. They love it here down in the Inferno.
Just the 2nd penalty of the night for the Red Devils. But you guys talked about this earlier because this happened in the first half, and it changed the offensive mindset for the Red Devils because 1st and 15 is a whole lot different than 1st and 10.
Yeah, it sure is. Obviously, you want to get those 2-3 yards on first down, right, to continue to set it up. Now, it's a totally different play call.
Red Devils back to their 15. Thiel's going to get the handoff, and he's going to push back to the original line of scrimmage. He gets the penalty yardage back. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And I like that there, right? Stay true. You've been having success on this drive. Get the yardage back, right? Now you're in 2nd and long here, but it doesn't matter, right? You can still run what you want to run.
I mean, they've already ate up 3 minutes, and they don't even have the ball to midfield yet.
Yeah.
For Thiel, that was carry number 16 for 69 yards in this one. Bank approaching the 100-yard mark. He's going to keep it on this one. He's going to get across midfield and to the 48-yard line. That's going to pick up 4 yards on the play and going to put him at exactly 100 yards on 11 carries this evening.
Just a nice QB power there, right? 3 lead blockers, find a gap, try to tough out some yardage there. I think we've seen him run now more designed than we did in the whole second quarter.
Yeah, we're only 4 minutes in here.
3rd down for the Red Devils, 3rd and 6. Bank takes the handoff, rolls here to the near side left. Lefty fires in and out of the hands of Elijah Anderson, incomplete, 4th down.
I think they threw a pass there because maybe they're going to come back and go for it on 4th down.
It's possible. I haven't seen the punt team. Now they're coming out. That's a big stop right there by the Hobart Brickies offense. I mean, they were driving. They were moving. They had the run game going. Again, penalty. That 1st down penalty really shifts things for them.
And it happened both times. They had drives going. Yeah. It went from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15, and that's where the drive stalled. So Lowell to punt. Good snap. Here's the boot. Bloom says get away, but it's nowhere near him, and it bounces out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Hobart pinned deep. They'll start this series 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line with 8:06 remaining in the third quarter, and the Brickies leading the Red Devils 14-7.
I'm interested to see how Willie Shear comes out in the second half. It's a different play when you're the guy carrying the ball. You go into halftime. You have a 20-minute break. What does your body feel like when you come out to start the second half? Are you tight? Are you banged up? Are you beat up? So I'm interested to see how he performs here in the second half.
So Brickies out. 3 receivers in the formation. Ehrlich barking out the signals. Hands it off. Shear with the carry. Straight up the middle. Gets across the 20 to about the 21. The official coming over from the sideline here. Looks like it might be close to the 22. We'll wait till they spot it. Gains 3 or 4 right up the middle. It'll be second down. Give him the 22.
Nice play there by Tyler Thompson. Just that nose tackle was able to shoot that play side A gap and really stop that dive.
I make that the 17-yard line. I'm sorry, I'm ahead of myself again. Ehrlich gets his arm hit as he throws it, and it's caught at the 35-yard line. Cody Johnston able to come down with that one.
Yeah, they took advantage of the one-on-one coverage on the backside. Safety was down in the box, and they hit that post route.
Talk about poise in the pocket. Man, taking a hit and still completing it.
He's shaking his hand, so I'm a little curious how, if there's anything wrong or just a little stinger.
It's 18 yards on the pickup. Hand off. Up the gut again. Across the 35. Thiel again with the ball. 36-yard line. Just gets a yard.
And that was the linebacker, Abel Abad, right there, really just shooting the gap. I think, they changed it up here. Now they only got 1 high safety versus 2, bringing another one in the box, saying, hey, we're going to make some shifts too as well to be able to stop the run, still have some over-the-top coverage.
That was Shear, not Thiel. Wrong side of the scorecard, sorry. So Ehrlich drops back to pass. He's under pressure. He is not going to get away from those 4 Red Devils. I almost spoke too soon. Finally brought down at the 25. They're going to say the forward progress was stopped at the 30.
Bringing that pressure again, right? They're starting to bring the heat, right? We didn't talk about mini blitzes in the first half, right? Bringing pressure. Lowell made that adjustment saying, hey, we got to get in his face in order to stop this pass.
So that's going to bring up third down, third and about 16 for the Brickies. Ehrlich has a man in motion. That's Williams. He's going to the left side. Ehrlich, 3-step drop, under pressure, fires to Shear out of the backfield. The screen pass, Shear up to the 40, 45. He's got a first down, 50, 45, 40. Finally brought down around the 37-yard line.
That's exactly what you talked about earlier, Josh, was these third and long plays, right? They have a lot of success with screen plays. Exactly what you saw there. The big boys out front with a lot of grass in front of them.
I tell you what, Willie Shear was bobbing and weaving. He didn't have it at first, so a big second effort from Willie Shear, but kudos to the offensive line and kudos to the play call. That's 2 screens. That's 2 more than we've seen the previous 5 games for the Brickies, and what crucial time to call that right there to keep that drive going.
That's a 33-yard pickup and a first down for the Brickies. 5:18 remaining. Third quarter. Hobart still up 14-7 in this one. Handoff. Shear gets it again.
We're watching Willie Shear grow up before our eyes, and on big Friday night lights and a big rivalry game, that's a lot to ask of a sophomore just to step in and say, hey, we're going to put all this on your shoulders. Go have a day, young man.
Yeah, and he is so far. He is. He has definitely shown up tonight.
2 yards on the pickup. 104 now for Willie Shear. Ehrlich. Going to give it to Shear again, looking for some running room. He finds it, gets across the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. He's going to be close to a Bricky first down.
Hobart struggled on these third and short. It's an in-between play. Sometimes they throw passes, sometimes they run the ball up the middle. So they have to be able to prove that they can execute these third and shorts down as they progress down this game and then into the next couple games and into the playoffs.
So it will be a 3rd and 1 from the 27-yard line. Empty backfield this time for the Brickies. So they put everyone into the formation to go out, and Ulrich is going to run, juke move. He's going to have the first down and more as he's down inside the 20-yard line. It'll be a first down, Hobart.
He just called it, Josh, right? We were 5 wide on third and almost inches there, but he made a great move because, man, it looked like he was going to be short. And, again, the feet, he can't just throw. He can also run.
Pretty incredible. I think he called his own number there on that play because he kind of just got it and turned. I don't think it was a designed quarterback draw, but nonetheless, he wasn't going to be denied.
First down for the Brickies there at the 19-yard line. Here's the pitch to Shear, who goes to the left side. Pushes forward to near the 15-yard line.
Lowell defense here struggling a little bit with the run, too, as well. But, again, we talked about it earlier, too, as well. You got to be able to run to open the pass, right? Now, all of a sudden, they're going to see probably some safety sink in. That's when you're going to look for that Hobart Brickies pass.
The casual observer, Willie Shear's running like a Lowell running back. Head down, straight line, one cut, and get upfield. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Second down, 2nd and 6. Ball rests at the 15-yard line. Ehrlich, nice snap. He's able to bring it in. Drops back, fires across the middle. Through the hands of his intended receiver and incomplete. He was looking for Cody Johnston.
Yeah, the ball was right there. There was a kind of congestion right there, and Cody didn't know if he was going to reach out and grab it or not, and it fell incomplete, but it was there.
It was. Sometimes that's tough, too, when you see a linebacker running full speed at you across the middle. Little alligator arms a little bit there, but, man, that's a tough catch, too, to make that.
So that'll bring up third down, 3rd and 6 with the clock stopped, 2:45 remaining in the third quarter. And that is kept and in for the touchdown.
Looks like we got a penalty flag over there on the sideline.
It was Ehrlich that kept.
That's a tough call on that far sideline. The guy made a move, and he kind of just put his arm out, and I think the officials are going to say he hooked him for a holding penalty, which negates that touchdown.
Huge call there.
This is where Lowell's got to get it, right? They've been struggling on defense a little bit on third downs, against this offense here for the Hobart Brickies. This is a big play here. This is a very, very big play.
Hobart will go back and teach Cody just to shadow block him. Like, you don't even need to touch him. Just stay in his way, and that'll be something that they'll get cleaned up.
Football's back at the 19-yard line, it looks like. So third at the 20. Third down. Now officials blowing the whistle. Bricky's going to take a timeout, their first of the second half with 2:37 remaining. Keep it right here. Those sticks look like the 19-yard line to you guys?
Yeah, it looks.
That's what it looks like to me. Okay. Stay with us after the game when we'll name the proud Union home play of the game presented by IKORCC. Training, professionalism, and partnerships for economic development. IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. Also, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. It's brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374.
Talk about the bend, don't break defense, right? This is that crucial moment right now for the Lowell defense. You've been playing it all game, right? Bend, don't break. Other than those first two drives, you got to keep that rolling here if you want to continue to stay in this game, right? 21-7 is a big, big lead at this point in the game.
So third down. Football rests at the 19-yard line. It's 3rd and 9. Shear to the left of Ehrlich. Little high snap. Ehrlich able to bring it down. Now he drops back, fires across the middle. Touchdown, catch made. Cody Johnston. It's a 19-yard touchdown pass.
Looks like we got a flag maybe afterwards, too, as well. I don't think it's going to matter with the touchdown, but Well, extracurricular activity might have been after the touchdown. But you talk about a nice little quick slant there, man, with the middle of the field being wide open. Nice little pitch and catch there, man. He threw a bullet.
Yeah, he threw it right where the only place his receiver can get it, down and low, and Cody Johnson went and got it. There was a little extracurricular, I think a little spin of the ball and a little celebration at the end there, which caused the unsportsmanlike conduct.
So a 19-yard touchdown pass from Noah Ehrlich to Cody Johnston increases the Hobart lead to 20-7 with the PAT coming. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Kick is up. Kick is good by Ryan Pimentel. Brickies 21, Red Devils 7. You're watching Game Night right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Stay with Region Sports after the game as we send it back to the Centier Bank studio. The RSN crew will be on hand to recap all of tonight's action from around the region. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 21-7 now. The Brickies lead the Red Devils in this one.
Big drive here for the Lowell offense, right? You still got time to run your plays, right? Run the ball, control some clock here a little bit too as well. But, don't shy away from that, right? Use your Riley Banks' feet. Use that zone option you have. You got to get some points, though, on the board here on this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be they're enforcing the penalty right here. Now you're going to get good field position. You got to come out. Lowell once again isn't the scoreboard doesn't in their eyes kind of matter. Yeah. They're going to run their offense, and they're going to continue to run their offense. They're going to continue to grind it out on the ground. I look for them to maybe go a little faster tempo, get in out of the huddle a little quicker, down 2 scores here. But it's got to go through the feet of Riley Bank.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, it really does. And, again, stay away from the penalties on first down is going to be key here, right? Don't put yourself in those 1st and 15. That kind of shifts your play calling here, right? Get those 3 to 4 yards, keep driving, get across the end zone.
Sanchez, the deep man at the 15-yard line. Braden Walker here near side around the 28. And that is Noah Smith over on the far side right around the 25. They await the kick. Here's the approach and the boot. Sanchez runs up and it bounces past him. He's got to go chase it back at the 20-yard line. Picks it up far side. 25 across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. And that's where the Red Devils begin this drive with 2:25 remaining in the third.
Been talking about the kickoff for Hobart all night. Again, right? So ball bounces back, takes a bricky bounce, and again, you would have suspected a little bit better field position for Lowell. But again, that kickoff coverage has been phenomenal all night for the Brickies.
Yeah, they got a lot of starters running down on kickoff. Typically, you don't see that. Typically, you see, maybe some younger guys that, don't have to run down there and get beat up. But, the starters are running down there.
Yeah.
32-yard line is where Lowell begins this drive. Here's the handoff. That's Thiel to the 34. The pickup's 2, 2nd and 8.
Big Noah Miller was hustling down the sideline, down the line of scrimmage there to make a tackle.
Yeah, he scraped extremely well. So that that gap was there. But man, you don't see those backside linebackers coming when you're running the ball. Man, he scraped perfectly on that play.
Down under 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Ball rests at the Lowell 34-yard line. Red Devils with the football on a 2nd and 8. Bank and will whistle at the snap.
Looks like it's going to be a false start. We talked about that penalties, how penalties really take the wind out of the Lowell Red Devil offense, man. And again, now you're in a position where you're behind the sticks on 2nd down versus 1st.
This is only the 3rd penalty on the Red Devils, but each of them have been false starts that have pushed them back and put them behind the chains on drives.
The last penalty resulted in a punt, which Hobart drove down and scored, so it ended up costing them, 7 points.
Yeah.
So the football rests now at the 29-yard line, and Lowell faces a 2nd and 13 with 1.5 minutes remaining in the third. Bank fakes, rolls here to the left side, fires, and it's incomplete. 2 men there. It was Anderson who made the catch, but he couldn't do it before it hit the ground and went past Powers, who was also in the area.
They had two receivers there and no Bricky defenders, so every time Bank rolls out, the Bricky defenders come up to respect his game, and that mid-range 10 to 15-yard out route is there every time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not much success, that they're having with it. Now you come a little predictable here on 3rd and long.
3rd and 13, 1:20 remaining, 3rd quarter. Bank steps up in the pocket, fires. Catch made at the 40 to the 45 on the juke move. This is Walker with it, and he gets to midfield, and that's going to be a Red Devil first down. Pick up a 21 on the play.
Nice play by Banks there, right? He backed up, he had some pressure, he stepped up in the pocket, he took a hit, but man, you talk about that kind of mid-range. Nice little pitch and catch right there.
Yeah, the Hobart secondary kind of bailed on that play.
Down to a minute 10, Lowell at midfield. That was a big play on a 3rd and 13 to keep this drive alive. Bank, he's going to hand off. Thiel has it right side. He's got another first down, barreling to the 39-yard line of the Brickies. Pickup of 11 on that one.
Riley Johnson made the tackle over here, and he's kind of cramping up a little bit. We talked about it not being a factor, but it was a factor on that play. They subbed the guy in. The guy didn't get off the field, so there was a penalty. The whole Hobart defense was kind of disheveled on that play. As Cody goes on, he'll learn just to stay on the ground.
Yeah, just stay down. Just stay down.
So the officials discuss it as we're down to 63 seconds. So illegal substitution. And this will add yardage to the end of the play. Another 5 moves the football to the 34-yard line of Hobart. First down, Red Devils.
Talk about that pass play being a really, really big play, right? Moving the chains here. This is you got to keep this momentum going. You got to get across that goal line here.
First and 10, Lowell at the Hobart 34. 21-7, Brickies lead. Banks going to keep after the fake to Thiel. He finds a little room on the edge. He's at the 25, and he's going to go down around the 24-yard line.
That zone read, right? We talked about they're going to have success with it. You want that? That's what you want, right? You want Banks running that ball. I mean, he's got great feet. He's got good vision. Was able to break the tackle there with a nice little stiff arm, get to the sidelines, move the sticks.
He's a workhorse for the Lowell Red Devils.
Yeah.
Just feed him the rock. Feed him the rock.
That 11-yard pickup is another Red Devil first down. Bank gives to Thiel this time. He gets to the 20.
Just a nice little dive play there, right? You have to switch it up a little bit, right? Hobart's thinking, hey, that zone outside kind of stretch. No, let's hit you up the gut. Let's keep you true to know we can still run it up the middle.
Those are plays you just have to run in a football game. You got to run the simple dive plays right up the middle. You have to do it. You set things up off of that.
Lowell breaks the huddle. Are they going to run a play before the clock runs out? 5 seconds. They will. Banks going to keep it. 20, 15, down around the 12. This will be close, if not another first down for the Red Devils.
Talked about his vision here just a couple plays ago. I mean, that gap was so small, but he was able to see it, trust his hole right off the butt of his left tackle right there, and that gap looked to be a lot bigger than what it truly was.
And that was a 9-yard carry for Bank. It's another Red Devil first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. When we come back, Lowell will have it 1st and 10 at the Hobart 11, 21-7 Brickies. You're watching Game Night right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Along with Josh Huddleston, Doug Ashenbaugh, I'm Jerry Siska. We've got Zach Miller on production, Scott Stencil on camera. That's your RSN crew here at the Inferno on this Friday night, the 16th of September. 21-7, Hobart leads Lowell as we get ready to play in the 4th quarter. Lowell driving, and they have it 1st and 10 at the Hobart 11-yard line. And you go back to that pickup on the 3rd and 13, that was huge.
Absolutely huge. I mean, to step up, we saw him roll out a lot all game. He stepped up in the pocket, man. He made a really nice pass, and they were able to move the chains there, right? But, I mean, Banks really been putting them on his shoulders this drive here.
And that was the first time that they were able to overcome a false start penalty on a drive. Thiel's going to get the football. He's going to try the right side. He's going to get right around the 10-yard line.
It's almost like the Lowell Red Devils like having a team 21-7, kind of lull them to sleep a little bit and say, hey, we're going to pound it. We'll break a big play like they did. Maybe we punch it in here. Now we got all the momentum. A stop, and we're right back in this game.
Yeah, absolutely they are. I mean, it's big here. They got to get across the goal line and keep them in the game.
So it'll be 2nd and 9. Thiel again. Nowhere to go. 3rd down.
Interesting to see here. They're going to stay true to their run game. They're going to try to roll them out and throw. That's the nice thing they have. They had been switching that up quite a bit where you're just not sure what they're going to go.
I'm just really shocked on, Riley Bank has the hot hand. You thought you'd just keep giving it to him.
Yeah.
Now you got yourself in a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, 3rd and 8. Now you're looking at 2 plays here. Banks going to keep on this one, and he's going to roll it to the right side and run. He's going to be inside the 5. He's going to be down right around the 3-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th down. They're at the 3, 4th and 2 for the Red Devils after the pickup of 6 yards. And Lowell goes for it, and Bank is stopped, loss on the play, back to the 6. And that'll end that drive for the Red Devils.
What a big stop by the Brickies defense there. I mean, Bradley Gibson again, been calling his name all night, getting in the backfield, stopping Banks with them hot feet he's had on that drive. Man, I mean, for the Lowell, that kind of just takes some of the wind out of your sail there, not being able to punch that in.
That's why, the first 2 plays weren't Riley Bank, and he had the hot hand, put him in a 3rd and long, and they ran the quarterback power, which got him close. But then the Hobart defense knew.
Yes.
There's only one man going to get the ball here, and they sold out and were able to get a stop.
So Hobart will take over, 1st and 10. Ball's on the 5-yard line for the Brickies. I think we're going to see some Hobart running game here to try to run some clock. Ehrlich hands it off. Shear with the carry.
Saw two running backs in the backfield. One of the first times we've seen all night here for Hobart.
Official stopping the clock for an injury. So the gain was about a yard to the 6 for Shear.
Possibly look like hopefully he's just cramping. They're able to get him stretched out there and him back in the game right away. Obviously, with Trey out, something happened here, right? I mean, this is big.
Especially in this territory. Now you got, you're kind of inside the 10-yard line here. And I talked in the halftime, we talked about the humidity not really being an issue here, but I did say Willie Shear getting a 1,000% increase in his workload. What does that look like?
Yep.
It looks like he's cramping up here.
Yep.
Let's take a break while they check on the injured Bricky. 10-13 remaining in this one. Hobart 21, Lowell 7. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Back here at Lowell, as Shearer was able to walk off under his own power. Jalen Williams is in the backfield. Ehrlich hands off to him. Williams up to the 10-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hobart's great running back Mark Droback used to cramp up a lot. He used to have to drink mustard on the sidelines. Could you imagine playing a football game drinking mustard?
Man, I remember that guy. He was a horse, man.
No, thank you. That just does not sound good. And I like mustard, but I wouldn't want. Ehrlich, high snap, hands it off. No space. On the right side for Williams, he gets to the 12, but it's not going to be enough. Hobart's going to have to punt it away after the pickup of 2.
And with Lowell, that's exactly what you wanted, right? In that situation you are. Get a quick 3 and out, right? Barely any time came off the clock at that point. Get some good field position here. You got to get that off. I would imagine, hey, keep calling Banks' number.
You know, you kind of stole the momentum back. Hobart gets a big stop. The visitor bleachers were rocking and shaking after that big stop, and then you go 3 and out, punt it back, and they're going to get the ball in good field position.
Braden Walker stands at the Hobart 48. Here's the punt. Walker able to catch it at the 44, finding some room here on the near side. 40, 35 as he eludes a tackler, gets down to the 32-yard line. Excellent position for the Red Devils as they begin this drive with 8:33 remaining. They're at the Hobart 32.
Here you're probably going to see Lowell go quick, right? You got to. You got 9 minutes left, or 8.5 on the. You got to get something quick here if you want to be able to either go on onside or stop them again on offense, get the ball back. Probably see some tempo here from Lowell.
Yeah, you know, we talked all broadcast. That trick play, when's it coming?
Yeah, when's it coming?
When's the reverse? When's the, something? Usually they slap it on you and they get a big gain, and that gets the momentum going for the Lowell Red Devils.
So here's Riley Bank. He's going to hand it off. This is Walker with the carry. Walker down to the 23-yard line.
Just shy right there. Clock
yeah,
still
pick
moving.
up a 9.
It's one of my favorite plays in football, the jet sweep.
Jet sweep, right? It's so hard to stop because the ball is already gone. Before that snap, it almost seems like.
And then there's setups off of it. The linebacker's got a flow to fill, and it creates a lot of chaos for a defense.
2nd and 1. Walker in motion, left to right. Banks going to run to the right side. He's going to cut it up. He's going to have the first down as he's inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Pick up of 4 and a first down Lowell.
Thanks again, just that QB kind of power sweep that you saw there, right? Go out there, just get those 2 yards that we needed, right? Stop it. Let's move the chains, get another set of downs.
In the red zone with 7.5 to go, and within striking distance.
Quad look here.
First and 10. Thiel's going to take this one to the left side. And he is down at the 13-yard line. Officials stopping the clock. Pick up a 6 there for Owen Thiel. And we have another player down this time for the Red Devils, so let's take a break. 7:28 remaining. 21-7 Brickies, Lowell driving. You're watching Game Night right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Sentier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Sentier branch today or visit us on the web at sentier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Sentier Bank, NMLS number 408076, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop. Ethos Dental Group in Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake.
Thank you for taking me home. It's so far.
Don't worry about it, Grandma. This will be fun. 2 chocolate milkshakes, please.
Make it 3.
3?
Did you get his number?
No, Grandma. Grandma!
Excuse me?
Some relationships get better with time. That's why I got a Crosstrek.
97% of Subaru vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road.
I'm so glad you got a Subaru.
I wonder who gave me the idea. Oh.
Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Check out the new Subarus at Castle Subaru in Portage.
Are you a steel hauler? Come work for Area Transportation. You must have a current valid Class A commercial driver's license and at least 1 year of recent verifiable steel hauling experience and at least 2 years of recent verifiable interstate experience operating a commercial motor vehicle. Call recruiting at 1-855-400-6939. That's 1-855-400-6939.
Always remember that the Friday night forecast at the beginning of our ball games brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. The injured Red Devil is Owen Thiel. Was now up on his feet, and that's a great sign, walking off under his own power.
Yeah, that was a hard hit he took there. It's great to see him walk out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when play resumes, 7:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. Brickies leading this one 21-7. Lowell is looking at a 2nd down and 4 from the 13-yard line. That's what it looks like, trying to look down at the field. So man in motion, Bank. He's going to hand it off. And going to be dropped for a loss back to the 14-yard line. The back there is number 16 for the Red Devils. It's Caden Thompson, another sophomore.
Yeah,
that surprises me a little bit. They bring him in fresh off the sidelines, and they give him the rock.
Yeah, and it looked like he kind of had that power gap, but right, you're just getting thrown in. It's tough, right? You're trying to stretch it out a little bit there, but yeah, I agree, right? Just get in and then hand it off. Hey,
showtime.
It's 3rd down now. Bank rolling to his left, fires, and it's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he had the short receiver right away. He waited a little longer than he should have. The linebacker came underneath the short receiver, which forced him to go to the next read, which Cody Johnson was sitting on that route right there.
Yeah, and it's tough, right? You got Thiel out, you got the new running back in. You kind of know, hey, let's just spy Banks on this, right? You come a little bit predictable now on those 3rd and 4th downs.
Ball is at the 14-yard line. 4th down, 4th and 5 for the Red Devils. They're running out of time, trailing by 14. It's 6:29 remaining. They need to convert this. Bank going to keep and going nowhere. Going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage, and Lowell will give it up on downs.
Big stop by the Bricks right there. I mean, 6.5 minutes left. You stop them in their red zone, right up 21-7. You know, I think you're going to kind of see the same thing from the Bricks, right? Run the ball. Try to run this clock out.
If I could give an identity to the Hobart defense, it will be for some reason inside that red zone they stopped up. They held Maryville twice inside the red zone, inside the 5-yard line. Last week against Culver, they held them on 8 plays inside the red zone, and they've held Lowell twice inside that red zone here tonight.
They sure have. I mean, yeah, that's a great call right there. This defense has break, don't bend. I mean, bend, don't break mentality, and man, they truly are showing it. They really rise up when needed most.
So 1st and 10 for the Brickies. Ehrlich in the backfield by himself. Hobart at their own 15-yard line. He's going to throw. Catch made to about the 19-yard line. It's Shearer on the catch. Pick up a 5 to 20.
Going a little quick here for Hobart. A little surprising. I thought maybe huddle, take some time, but
they haven't huddled all year, so
right.
They like to call the play from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Signal it in. The guys in the green shirt over there.
Yeah, yep. Keep your game plan. Keep it.
Ehrlich is going to fire again. Catch made on the far side.
And those are tough to defend, right? When Noah's throwing it before he even breaks on his curl route, right? That's very tough. Very, very tough to defend.
It's Connor Stafford on the catch. His first one of the evening, and it's a first down for the Brickies.
I wish I had a radar gun to see how fast that ball's traveling, because that thing was humming.
Yeah, it was.
6 yards on that pickup.
They're in a hurry up, but taking their time.
Yes.
Down to 5:20 in this one. Ehrlich takes the snap, hands it off. Up the middle. That's Shear up the middle to the 30. Pick up a 4. Shear tonight, 17 carries for 121 yards and a touchdown on the ground. 3 catches for 58 and a touchdown through the air.
Talk about showing up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Your number's called and you show up.
That's a pretty good night right there. Ehrlich, he's going to drop back and look to throw again. Now he's flush from the pocket, rolling to his left, trying to plant his feet. Finally does. Fires for Bloom, incomplete here at the 49-yard line.
Man, Noah's poised. Whether he's rolling out or in the pocket, he's taking a couple hits tonight, and he's still getting that ball off. And like you said with the radar, man, that thing was still humming while taking a hit.
I'll tell you, Lowell kind of deked him a little bit there. They looked like there was an uncovered receiver, so they checked at the line. The receiver ran a fade route, but the corner bailed and kind of confused the offense there.
So you're looking at 3rd and 5 for Hobart now. Clock stopped with the incomplete at 4:25 remaining. Brickies by 14.
Looks like Jalen Williams up the seam here.
Ehrlich barking out the signals. High snap, able to bring it in with the right hand. Now he's just going to loft it up. And that is caught by Stafford. They're going to call it incomplete.
No, they called it complete. The officials back here are doing something.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he caught it.
And that ball was up there. It almost looked like Lowell was going to be able to run underneath it, and it just went right behind the defender there.
It's coming back. Penalty against the Brickies. Going to nullify that play. That was a heck of a catch by Stafford. Whether it counts or not, it was a heck of a catch.
Yes, it was.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
They love that play to Jalen Williams right up that seam. It's so hard to defend the way the defense lined up. They had Noah could have put a little more mustard on it, and he'd still be running.
Yeah, no safety on that play there at all for Lowell.
It's a 3rd and 11 for the Brickies. Clock running at 4:10.
I like the one-on-one matchup down here with Cody Johnson. Let's see what we got in Cody Johnson. Maybe they run just throw it up to him or run a post corner or comeback or something at the sticks.
Ehrlich's got an empty backfield, takes 3 steps back. Now he's flush from the pocket to the left again, and he's got some running room. He tucks it in the left arm. He's at the 30, 35, knocked out of bounds around the 39-yard line, and it's going to be enough for a Brickie first down. How about the poise there? Flush from the pocket, nowhere to go, couldn't set his feet, but saw all the grass in front of him, tucked it in that left arm, and took off, and now we've got a flag.
That's what you saw there, right? He ran that middle cut, get to the hash mark, and it just left the whole other wide side of the field there wide open for him for some running room.
And we have a laundry mat on the field here.
Yeah, we do. Looks like some chatter, some pushing, shoving.
Looks like some of these teenagers' bedrooms with all the laundry on there. I got one myself at home. That's what it looks like here.
Officials conferring and discussing. 3:46 remaining. Don't forget, don't go anywhere at the conclusion of tonight's game. We'll send it back to the Centaur Bank studio. The RSN crew will be on hand to recap all of tonight's action from around the region.
You know, you think back to the two Lowell red zones. They kick field goals. It now becomes a one-possession game, and you know that might come back to hurt them.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, that's a really good point, right? We talked about field goals earlier in the first half, and they've only attempted one on the season, right?
One, and it was a miss from between the 20 to 29-yard range.
Yeah,
according to the stats. So we're going to have offsetting penalties. And so, well, there's two penalties on Hobart.
So they're dead ball penalties, so it's a first down, then you get backed up, and then it's 1st and 10 again.
Yeah.
So 15 yards on the penalty. But it still will be 1st and 10, as you said, Josh, just that the football will be backed up to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, key there, though, right back to first down, right? They're able to eat up some more clock with
Right. And have even more field to work with to try to run this clock out.
It's always one of those odd penalties. You think it should be 1st and 25,
right.
But it's not. You know, it's 1st and 10 again, years back up. Oh, no, they're moving the sticks.
So it will be 1st and 25.
So there was 3 on there. So they offset, and then they had an additional one against Hobart.
No, I think they're going to try to get this right here.
We're going to have some more discussion.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the ball there. It's a continuation of the play.
Yes.
So it should be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they're moving them back. It's one of those weird continuation play deals. We're going to get it right tonight.
All right. So we've got 1st and 10. The football back to the 23-yard line. 24-yard line. 3:46 remaining in this one. Handoff. Dropped at the 25-yard line. That was Shear on the carry again.
Shear very patient. He was waiting for his blocks to set up. Looks like a fifth-year senior out there running the ball.
Right.
Just the patience, the poise, the control.
Hobart content now to just let the game and play clock just continue to run. Play clock down to 10. High snap. Ehrlich couldn't bring this one in, but he's able to recover it. Run it out to the outside, and then before he got out.
Yeah, took a nice bounce right back to him. Let him get outside the pocket and throw it away.
If I'm Noah, he'll learn that. He's a sophomore, but you want to slide down right there. Keep the ball, keep it in bounds, and keep that clock ticking.
Yes.
So back it up to the 21-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down for Hobart. Ehrlich's going to throw, makes the catch over on the far side. It's a completion up the sideline. It's going to be short of the 1st down.
Looks like out of bounds too as well, man. Nice missed juke there for that missed tackle over there. He almost got to the sticks.
Cody Johnston on the catch.
He usually makes the first guy miss. He's pretty impressive. He's a little shifty out there.
Ball out to about the 32, so that does go as an 11-yard gain, but it's still going to be fourth down.
And now if you're Lowell, you got to score, and you got to score quick.
You got to score quick, right? You almost come a little predictable, though, right, here with maybe passing, trying to take some shots. You got to get in the end zone quick.
And a fumble on the punt, on the snap. And Lowell's going to get some great field position. Punter able to recover it, but couldn't get the punt away. Went right through his hands. It was a good snap.
Yeah, you talk about scoring quick. This is the perfect field position to get here, right? I mean, 2:42 left on the clock. You're able to punch it in very quick here, onside kick. I mean, many things can happen. I've seen a lot crazier things.
So when this nighttime falls, that ball gets wet.
Yes.
Right through his hands. Good snap, right through his hands, and now Lowell's in striking distance. But we've talked about that Hobart defense stepping up in this situation.
One more time is what they're looking for.
Bank rolls to his right, fires. Catch made down at the 24-yard line.
That was an absolute dart, too. Riley Banks said, I could put a radar on me. I could throw it hard, too.
Down to 19, 14, pick up 6. Bank.
Oh. Right through his hands there. That looked like it was almost going to be the nail in the coffin at that. But, man, you talked about that ball getting wet, right?
He was looking at the end zone. He saw that pylon.
Yes.
There was nothing in between him and the end zone. Jumped that hitch route. Confusion between the receiver and the quarterback. The receiver was running a hitch and go. He jumped that hitch route, and he would have been off to the races.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 from the 14-yard line. Bank drops back, looks up the middle, fires across the middle, and too far for everyone out of the back of the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Talked about that Hobart defense again in the red zone now. Hey, one more play, and they've been doing it all night.
I'd like to see a couple Riley Bank runs there.
Yes.
Mix it up. I know there's only a short time, but you gotta score here in order to give yourself a chance to score again.
Absolutely.
Lowell has all their timeouts. We're going to put 2 receivers here to the right on the short side of the field, 1 man to the left. Bank looking to the short side. Catch is made out of bounds, and that'll be a 1st down at the 6-yard line.
This is the play right now you're drawing up to score. You want to score on this play right now. Get yourself about 2 minutes left and a chance with an onside kick here.
Lowell always has a sneaky tight end play
in
their playbook. So I don't know what, if they're going to, try to pound it with Bank from 6 yards out, or they, run those little play actions and have a tight end leak out.
That was Elijah Anderson that made that catch for the 1st down for the Red Devils. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. 2:05 to play in this one. Devils trying to score. The trail by 14. Bank keeps. Spin move. Pushes. He's in. Riley Bank from 6 yards out for the touchdown.
And the Inferno lights on that. Look, hey, what you got right here is just basically, we've been calling it all night, Banks, right? That QB power, following his 2 lead blockers to get in there. We were talking about it right there. That's the play you want to score on, right? Give yourself some time. We talked about it. They got 3 timeouts left. If you don't get the onside, you got to get a stop at that point in time.
There's Caden Britton on for the PAT. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good. We're not done, folks. 2:02 remaining. It's now Hobart 21, Lowell 14. You're watching Game Night right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 113 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. Whether it's a simple, elaborate, traditional, or unique service, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. Visit them on the web at burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 942-1117.
Back here at the Inferno, it's 21-14 now. The Brickies lead down to 7 over the Red Devils. Still 2:02 remaining. And at least according to what I have, guys, and I know that's unofficial, Lowell has all 3 timeouts remaining. So what do you do here? Is it the onside kick? Or do you kick it away and try to use your timeouts and get 3 stops and the ball back?
Well, it depends what kind of faith you have in your offense. Can you pin them deep and try to stop them, work a short field, or you try to onside kick and give your offense, you got to get a stop if you're unsuccessful and give your offense an opportunity to go a little longer distance. So it's kind of a little gamemanship, and this is why they call it the most exciting play in football. You never know. Are they going to onside kick it? Are they not? Hobart's got their hands team out.
They have 10 men between the 50 and 40 do the Brickies. 6 of them on the front line. Here's the approach and the kick. They're going to go deep to the one man in the back. Stepping out of bounds there. That's Shearer. After he picks it up at the 10, he goes out of bounds at the 17, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, hey, last punt was a bumbled snap, right? You get 3 stops here. You're hoping that punter's maybe still a little nervous from that, right? Anything can happen at this, but these next 3 downs is the game.
Yeah, you're talking your sophomore running back who's been inserted into the game. Obviously, he's had 4 tremendous quarters of football, but now he's got the game on the line. Big situation. Hobart was conservative a couple of times on offense, just running the ball, content with punting it away. So we'll see kind of what they got here.
1:59 remaining. 3 timeouts left for Lowell. 1st and 10 for Hobart from their own 17. Ehrlich, high snap again. He's going to roll and throw. Catch made over on the far side out to near the 24-yard line.
Them snaps, it seems like in the 4th quarter, have been high.
A little dicey.
Noah.
And timeout Red Devils.
That's a gutsy call by the Hobart offensive coordinator there on that play. Play action, bootleg out. And now they put themselves in a position here where they only need a short distance.
Yep. I think here with Lowell, right, you got to bring some heat, right? Either if it's a run or it's a pass, right? You got to fill those gaps. You got to bring your linebackers here and get some pressure. Whether it be a sack, loss of yardage, you got to bring some heat here.
And if you can't, you got to get it. You got to peanut punch it. You got to try to get that ball out. You got to try to cause a turnover. I saw Lowell's only had 1 turnover, and that was an interception. So they're not good at creating turnovers on defense, but now would be the time to get started on that.
But 2nd and 2 for the Brickies. 2 timeouts remaining for the Red Devils. Ehrlich, snap, handoff, push up the middle. Didn't look like there was any gain. Still the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, they brought the heat there, right? You got to bring it one more time. You know, what do you do when you're Hobart now? Do you run a play action knowing they're bringing the heat?
Yeah, if I'm Hobart right here, I'm running a zone read to Noah Ehrlich and getting him out on the perimeter. He's sneaky quick, but I think you got Lowell committing to the run. If he could just get up, he only needs 2 yards. So if he can just do the zone read, have all the defense commit for Lowell and just try to scoot out the backside, I think that will seal the deal here.
This is the ball game, though, right here. Or I shouldn't say ball game, but you know, for Hobart's side, right, to punt it back to Lowell with 3 timeouts, but they get the first. That's going to be it.
Well, I be cautious here. We've had some center quarterback exchanges, which, the victory formation, they don't go under center anymore.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting to see what kind of happens here.
1:47 remaining. 21-14 the score. Third down, 3rd and 2 for Hobart from their own 25-yard line. 1 timeout remaining for the Red Devils. High snap again. Ehrlich able to come down with it. Shear with the ball, but he's not going to get anywhere. Timeout Lowell. They're going to get one last gasp.
20 seconds only came off that clock, too, on that drive. Obviously, they had their 3 timeouts. So, Lowell gets the ball back, right? You're going to have to go extremely, extremely quick.
But you never know in high school football, throwing the ball in the end zone, pass interference, guy slips. You know, or if you're Lowell, do you have a punt block?
Yeah, right. Go for it right on here.
You got nothing to lose.
Well, remember, even without the timeouts, the advantage at the high school level, clock stops on every first down.
Absolutely.
You know, I was a little, I thought they would have, maybe ran a zone read with Noah, take the ball out of, Willie Shear's hand while he had a great night. It's a tight, Lowell expects you to run the middle.
Yeah.
So, if, you do something outside the box there with the zone read, you might, they were selling out for it. So,
yeah.
But we're here now, and they got a punt, and
we talked about it earlier, right? This rival, this bloodbath, I kind of want to say, right? It's just hard-nosed football. And here we sit now with a minute 42. We got a great ball game on our hands.
If you're Hobart, you try to get them to jump maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a little cat and mouse game.
Braden Walker deep for the Red Devils. Looks like Lowell's going to set up for a return the way they're lined up. Yeah, no pressure at all. Here's the boot. Walker backpedals, has it at the 40. Looking for running room, 45. And dropped at the 48-yard line. So Lowell's 52 yards away. They will start 1st and 10 from their own 48. They have 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining to work with.
Looks like we got someone down there.
Player down for the Red Devils, and let's take a break. Minute and a half remaining. Brickies by 7. You're watching Game Night right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika Contractors and Electrical Workers of Local 531.
Braden Walker was the injured Red Devil, but he's back up, trotting over to the sideline, probably a cramp. So good to see again. Coming over to the sideline, completely in his own power. So let's see what Lowell can come up with. They have 1 minute, 30 seconds to try to tie this thing up.
Jerry, I stand corrected. The cramps and the heat has played a factor in the second half.
I just thought it wasn't getting cool enough and the humidity was going to keep going. I just thought there was the chance. Riley Bank fires, catch made. That's Anderson with it at the 50, but it's only a pickup of 2. Make it 3 to the 49. Bank fires again. That's incomplete.
And that was a good incompletion, honestly, where he's at. Right, you don't want to make that catch getting just a couple yards and laying down, eating up more clock.
Might have lost a yard to catch that.
Yeah,
kind of the way the route kind of developed, you almost would have lost a yard. So good incomplete pass.
Yes.
Routes have to go deeper than this.
You don't get to circle that route and say, hey, I'm glad I missed that one. Still counts as incomplete in the stat book, but an incomplete, a good incompletion.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Bank drops back. He's looking. He's firing downfield. He has a man open. It's caught!
Wow. And
Austin Z down to the 11-yard line.
Wow, and you just talk about getting behind the corners on this play. It's just a straight streak route, and, man, Banks read it perfectly the whole way. Right underneath him of the catch. You talk about setting yourself up. Here it is.
Yeah, they weren't even. The corner just sat there, and the receiver just ran straight past him. They've been running those short routes all game, and then bam, just straight down the field. And now Hobart's all the momentum's in Lowell's sideline here.
It was 16-yard line is where the football is. 1st and 10, clock running, under a minute to play. Bank rolling, firing, and incomplete out of bounds. Stops the clock with 52 seconds.
Hobart looked like to be in control this entire second half, but we talked right where Lowell likes you. They kind of lull you to sleep, and they just hang around long enough to put themselves in a position in this game.
Yeah, you absolutely called that earlier, definitely, right? You kind of get a little sleepy like that, and then Lowell comes firing right back out.
It's just kind of a 3 and out. They run the ball, then they punt, and then Hobart does it. Next thing you know, it's 21-14, and Lowell's in the red zone looking to score.
I wouldn't shy away from running Banks either. I mean, first down stops the clock.
You have 52 seconds remaining. Bank going to drop back. Firing across the middle, too high. He was looking for Anderson. Third down.
You'd almost like to see almost like a QB draw here, right, with Banks, right? Get to the stick, stop the clock, reset, get your first down back, and give yourself a chance, at the 6-7 yard line.
Two plays for the Red Devils to at least keep this drive going with a first down. They're at the 16-yard line of the Brickies. 47 seconds remaining. Bank is rolling to his left. Needs help under heavy pressure, and he has to throw it out of bounds. Fourth down.
Noah Miller was rushing off the edge, took two guys, threw a guy down, and came after the quarterback. It looked like he was just a man on a mission on that play.
Caden Thompson was left out there on an island to try to block both of those Bricky defenders. He's the one young man that took the hit and the pushback.
We'll give him credit for standing in the way.
Yeah, he did. He tried to. You really could see that watching that. He was trying to take them both on and give Bank a little time, but he couldn't do it. Here's the ball game. Fourth down. 4th and 10 for the Red Devils from the Hobart 16. Bank in the pocket. Fires to the end zone. Incomplete.
Yeah, and that was just double coverage. They really had some great coverage there from the Brickies. Talked about that bend, don't break defense when it mattered most down here. That's exactly what the Brickies defense did.
And Hobart's defense holds, and they're going to win this one.
Yeah, I tell you, we talked tonight about them being pretty dominant in the red zone. That kind of, almost the Bears defense under Lovie Smith, where they let him go a little distance, and you get in that red zone, they just lock up, and that's exactly what we saw tonight. It was a gutsy performance by Riley to drive them all the way down there. Just ended up short tonight. But we've had some center quarterback exchanges that have been a little dicey, so I don't want to speak out of turn here. We're going to go under center, it looks like.
That's what it looks like, Josh. You're right. Ehrlich under center. He takes the knee. And that is going to be the ball game.
Talk about a dogfight. That's exactly what we got tonight, man. It was a really exciting game, hard-hitting game. And, some young cats got their numbers called tonight, and they sure did show up.
Your final score tonight from here at the Inferno, the Hobart Brickies 21, the Lowell Red Devils 14. Back with the postgame after this. You're watching Game Night right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 50 years, family-owned Bud Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bud Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at budinsagency.com.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
Cagney's in Hobart offers a fun atmosphere to watch a game on one of its many big screen TVs. While there, fans can enjoy selections from a full menu of comfort foods, including nachos, sandwiches, and more. Planning on staying late? No problem. The kitchen at Cagney's is open from 11 a.m. till midnight, and Cagney's offers daily food specials every day of the week. Cagney's is located at 236 Main Street in Hobart, and they can always be found on Facebook. Cagney's, a proud sponsor of the Brickies. Certified financial planner Tim O'Brien is your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why financial advisor Tim O'Brien is a proud supporter of Hobart football on the Region Sports Network. Call 219-947-8208 or stop by his office at 1455 South Lake Park Avenue across from St. Mary's Hospital for all your investment needs. Go Brickies! Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake.
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Back here at the Inferno, where the Hobart Brickies defeat the Lowell Red Devils tonight in a thriller 21-14. Let's take a look at some quick unofficial numbers. Rushing the ball, Hobart tonight ran it 29 times for 154 yards. They threw the ball, did Noah Ehrlich, 12 of 19 through the air, 203 yards. Hobart amassed 357 yards of total offense in this one. The Red Devils ran the ball 42 times for 234 yards, 11 of 20 through the air for Riley Bank for 91 yards. Lowell themselves had 325 yards, and if my math is pretty good, 683 yards of total offense in this ball game between the two teams.
Yeah, got off to a hot start. Things were cooking in the first quarter, trading touchdowns, and we saw some running and some passing, and it was everything you expected and more from a rivalry, an NCC powerhouse matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it started off electric. I mean, you talked about the atmosphere here, too, as well. I mean, everything was rowdy. They were living up to the atmosphere that was here. And, I mean, I keep saying it was a dogfight. I mean, literally down to the very last play for offense on Lowell there, and we had a game.
Lowell had 19 first downs unofficially. Hobart had 10. Lowell 3 penalties for 15 yards. Hobart was called 8 times for 65. Hobart had 3 fumbles, didn't lose any of them, but the last one did lead to that second touchdown for the Red Devils late that gave them a chance in this one. So So there's a quick recap on things. Time to name the awards. First, we're going to begin with the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies, they're proud to recognize superheroes on the football field.
The Crowell Company Lantern Man Superhero of the Game is Hobart running back, sophomore, number 14, Willie Shear. I can't imagine what he was going through in pregame, finding out the All-State running back isn't playing tonight in this big rivalry game. They turn around, hand the keys to the Hobart offense and say, hey, it's yours. And he showed up tonight. He rushed the ball 20 times for 122 yards, had a touchdown, added 3 receptions for 58 yards and a touchdown, and was just electric all night long, pounding the ball in between the tackles, going outside, and he showed up big tonight for the Hobart Brickies. So our Crowell Company Insurance superhero, Lantern Man superhero of the game is Hobart running back Willie Shear.
And congratulations to that young man. That's your Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies, they have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays until 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Time now to name the proud Union home play of the game. It's presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters.
Yeah, that play of the game was really in the beginning. Right? We already talked about Willie Shearer there, but that 59-yard touchdown run he had on the very first series for the Hobart Brickies over there. I mean, it was the third play, first series. I mean, it really set the tone for that offense for the Brickies to really start off that first half. We talked about those 2 back-to-back drives they had. But, I mean, man, like you said, if he had wings, he was flying through the goalpost. Man, he really showed his speed on that 59-yard TD run with our proud Union home play of the game there.
It's presented by IKORCC. Learn more at IKORCC.com. And it's time to name the blue-collar player of the game. It's brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374.
Yeah, our blue-collar player of the game there is Riley Banks. And, I mean, rightfully deserved. I mean, he really put the Lowell Red Devils on his back tonight. He had 18 rushing attempts, 133 yards, the 2 touchdowns Lowell had. I mean, he was really that heart right of the offense, which typically is so. But he ran very, very hard. He made some great throws, especially down here at the last drive, putting them in scoring position to try to tie the ball game up. That is right there our blue-collar play of the game.
And it's brought to you by the Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. We're about to close this up, but don't go anywhere, because we're going to send it back to the Centier Bank studio where the RSN crew will be on hand to recap all of tonight's action from around the region. So Hobart improves to 3-2. They're 1-0 in the league. They go back to the Brickyard next Friday night to take on Andrean. And gentlemen, after that game, it's Kankakee Valley, Highland, and Munster. Hobart can really take control of the NCC with a victory next week at home.
And equally, they got a tough schedule. You know, it doesn't get easier. You start out conference play with this dogfight, if you will, this heavyweight fight tonight, and it doesn't get any easier playing Andrean and Kankakee Valley. So Hobart's got to strap their boots on and get ready to play over the next couple weeks.
Lowell falls to 2-3, 0-1 in the NCC. They'll have the big rivalry matchup next week right here at the Inferno with the Kankakee Valley Cougars. Some people we want to thank and mention: the management team of the Region Sports Network, that is. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our coordinating producer is Nathan Laird. Thanks to everybody on site here: Josh Huddleston, Doug Aschenbaugh, who did a great job this evening. Thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate everything. Zach Miller on production, Scott Stenzel on camera. Everybody doing an outstanding job here at the Inferno tonight. Some special thanks first to the athletic director of Lowell High School, Patty McCormick, and to the assistant athletic director, Mike Magley. Always a pleasure to come over here and see both of those individuals. To the coaches, Craig Osika of Hobart and Keith Kilmer of Lowell, for all of their help in preparing for tonight's ball game. And finally to you, the viewers, on Facebook.com/Region Sports and RegionSports.com, for spending some of your Friday night with us, enjoying high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. Once again, as soon as we're done, it's back to the Centier Bank studio for a recap of all of tonight's action around Northwest Indiana. The final for the final time, the Hobart Brickies 21, the Lowell Red Devils 14. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Wishing you all a great weekend. And you've been watching Game Night right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.